Your brother from another mother. No other. Don't look like Danny Glover, but I keep it cool with you all. Shout out to the HBOs, the SGs. That's the share game. The information from the nation. Yeah. Come on. I want to see some fire in the chat. Come on. Hey. Yeah, I see you. KD. Oh, aficionado. Let's go. We got many and tons of topics and conversations that rule the nation with no hesitations nor deviations to the situation. Yeah. Come on. Yeah. Stand to your feet. Pour your drinks up. Relax yourself. You're rolling with Law Nation. Come on. Destroy the like button. Share this thing all the way through. Give me a thumbs up. Come on. We're powered by the nation, baby. Come on. Yeah. Let's go. Come on. Shout out to Ashaniqua, Pookie and Ray Ray. Don't leave out Kamika and Tamika. Yeah. Let's go. Shout out to everybody that's making those dollars on the NBA Finals. Yeah. The lunatic in the house. I see you. Yeah. Turn me up. Yeah. We're powered by the nation. Come on. Oh, we got some all-stars in the house. Shout out to you. Dorothy. Yeah. Can't leave out Bill Cosby. I see you, Jay Verseg. Oh, excuse me. Shout out to Kwame Brown. Sprinkling some of Mama's cooking. Always give a shout out to him. Come on. Y'all lean to the left right quick. Now lean to the right. I like this one. Y'all know it's Friday. Let's get crunk, baby. Watch how that beat come in. Come on. Give us a fire emoji. Hey. Ain't no party like a Law Nation party. Ain't no party like a cowboy party. Rope 'em up, get 'em up, get 'em up, get 'em up, get 'em up, tow 'em up, baby. Woo! Mama, that man too crunk over here. Oh, we rolling with the nation. Come on, Terrence Shorts. I see you, fam. Shout out to everybody.
8, see Dangerous Slam. Go Cowboys. Go D4K.
Come on. Jay Versick. Mama. Pookie, Ray Ray. There go that man again. Watch how that beat come in again. Watch how it come in. Oh. Ain't no party like a Law Nation party. Ain't no party like a cowboy party. Let's go. Y'all see this? That's how we act when we win, baby. We winning. Come on.
There goes that man again with the beard talking about the Cowboys.
Woo! Come on. No party like a, come on. Ah! Let go. Let go. Let go. Let's. Where we at, baby? Come on. I see y'all. Where we at? Here we go. Come on, Nation. We almost there. Ain't no party like a Law Nation party. Ain't no party like a cowboy party. Let's grind. Let's go. Where my dogs at? What's up, Nation? What's up? Let me take the fire away. Fire and desire. Where that fire? Here we go. What's up, Vincent? What's up with you, fam? Appreciate all of the people that made the donation to help elevate the nation. Shout out to everybody that's tuned in and being part of this thing. Shout out to Miss Jackie. Before we get into any other details, Miss Jackie sent me this. And I'm not trying to rain on his parade or what have you or what going on, but I'm waiting for the NFL to come out with an announcement. I'm waiting because they better do something. They better not say, okay, we're going to suspend him for a game. He's going to get out there. He should be able to play, whatever you. They better suspend that, brother. I'm not sitting here saying that whatever he did was right or wrong or what have you, but it is what it is because the NFL, y'all know how this thing goes with that situation and scenario if it was the Dallas Cowboys. Let's see. How many topics they're going to be talking about this during the offseason? I'll wait. I'll flat out wait. Ain't this right, Mark? Ain't this right, Vincent? Ain't this right, Felix? We waited to hear the news and reports from the Full Ladder Network on those topics, right? Right? Y'all let me know if I'm wrong. Let me know if I'm wrong. Let's see the first conversation for the nation. Let's talk about CeeDee Lamb. How do you guys rate CeeDee Lamb? Is he ready to be a superstar? Is he already a superstar? Jay Versus said he loved the meditation for the nation channel. Oh, my goodness. Appreciate you. Appreciate you, Jay Versus. It's a lot of work. It's a lot of work in that. We got the CeeDee Lamb topic. We got Broader's topic. We got, of course, Marcus Spears topic. Which one y'all want to go? Let's go into the CeeDee Lamb topic first. I haven't heard the episode yet. It's on 105.3 The Fan. Check my boys out over there. Good content, good stuff.
Superstar
Chase?
already? Ooh, that's a good vote. Do you think he's a superstar already? Ooh, that's a good vote.
Let me turn
Has any rookies been on this list?
Can y'all hear?
Kyle Pitts didn't even make it.
Let me know.
So
I
he's
feel
supposed to be the next Jerry Rice.
because it's almost like they've been in the NFL and now they're ready to break.
Well, the
out.
next two aren't rookies either, so
Okay. Wide receiver.
closer to home.
CeeDee Lamb.
Brandon Cooks. Did he play for the Texans? You said closer to home.
Closer to home.
Okay, all right.
CeeDee Lamb is, in fact, and Corey, I know you saw another article. I can't remember where it was from offhand, but it talked about most likely first-time Pro Bowler with a specific team. They also mentioned CeeDee Lamb. If I tell you right now, at the end of this season, especially with Dak back, CeeDee Lamb is a superstar. What say you?
Mike, if he has the numbers, or if he has a couple of games where he has a couple touchdowns and 185 yards or something like that, tell me Sunday night or Monday night football or Thursday night football isn't featuring him. Like that becomes the story is this is the guy that was drafted when everybody else was like, oh, he just fell, he fell, and look what he did, and it's the Cowboys. Like it's destined for that. Especially, and you know what?
I think he can become this. I think it's a 50-50 type of deal that he can become superstar status. I'd say right now off the top of my head, Leaving that status, Julio Jones, but I'd say Adams and Hopkins are superstar wide receivers. Is there somebody else that you'd like to say? I mean, there's probably a couple more but off the top of my head, I feel like Adams and Hopkins are superstar wide receivers, but there can be more than just two.
Do you still count like Julio?
That's what I'm saying. Like Julio.
Hey, before they go into details, so now that everything is out the hat right here, is CeeDee Lamb ready for superstardom this season? Now, he did say, hey, get your popcorn ready. Now, he could allude it to the HBO. Shout out to the HBOs out there. Shout out to you, Aaron Lewis, for the $5. Man, I really appreciate you. Oh, yeah. So, with that being said, and that's for my dog, Aaron Lewis, appreciate you, man. Thank you so much for your love and adulations for the nation to help grow this thing, making sure that we're on the right pathway. You know, so here's the situation, Cowboy Nation. See, Dangerous Lamb, that's what my dog, the Lunatic, gave him that name, by the way. I believe in the hearts of hearts, if Dak Prescott was able to stay healthy last season without that crazy injury, CeeDee Lamb would have been Rookie of the Year, Pro Bowler. You know, who knows what would have happened. Now, the Dallas Cowboys all this offseason and during the draft, they focus in on the defensive side of the coin. We gave up the most points ever in the National Football League for the Dallas Cowboys. North of 470 points. Y'all can put the exact number down if you want, but that's not called for, right? Regardless of the situation. So my thing is, they looked back at everything and said, okay, we kicked Mike Nolan out of the situation. We brought in a Dan Quinn. We simplified the defense. Hey, we're not going to ask the players to do everything. We're not going to ask Dorrance Armstrong when he do come in to drop back in coverage. We're not going to ask Neville Gallimore to drop back in coverage. We're going to play straight up tackle mode on the front. Hey, the front's supposed to be able to make sure that the front five that they are up against not able to get to the second level, and that way your linebackers are able to fly around. And when you can play a good style defense, more turnovers, more takeaways, those type of things give the ball back to the offense. The offense having the ball more, just like the law of average, more touchdowns, more points on our side opposed to the opposition side.
I feel like dropped off of that.
Okay. And then obviously AJ Green, not anymore.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Maybe that is kind of where I. What about?
I mean, there's a lot of great receivers.
Do you
don't get me
put
wrong.
Diggs? Do you call him a superstar yet? After last year,
No,
we're still
no.
no.
Right on that line for me. Like,
would that be the
honestly
guy then? Because if it's not, if you don't think Stephon Diggs is a superstar, then that.
Oh, they talking about Stephon Diggs. Shoot, Stephon Diggs is a superstar. I thought they were talking about our Diggs. Stephon Diggs is a superstar. Y'all let me know if y'all feel otherwise about Diggs over there in Buffalo land. I want to know how y'all feel about that. You know? Yeah, let me see what y'all said. You know, Jim Law, shout out to the Laws. He said simplify is key. Yeah. What's good, Rodney? What's good with you? Y'all let me know if Diggs is a superstar. I ain't talking about our Diggs, Trayvon Diggs. Diggs is a top 5 wide receiver to Steve.
That would be the guy I would pick over CeeDee Lamb.
You need to see two things from Diggs for him.
Now, from a wide receiver scenario, hear me out. I know they just freely talking, but I would not pick Stephon Diggs over CeeDee Lamb. And if they just talking in mindsets of like superstardom and these sorts of things, I think that Diggs is kind of peaking right at his ceiling, and there's nothing wrong with that. But CeeDee Lamb, his ceiling is, and I know the detractors, the people that don't like the Dallas Cowboys, and the people that don't like see Dangerous Lamb going to say, nah, dog, yeah, that's all he is. No. I wish I had his picture somewhere I could show you guys. He's more chiseled. That boy got some stomach muscles now, stronger frame. He got it all.
Be a superstar. That is, when people throw his way, the ball gets knocked down or taken. Right, like that's pretty much it. There's no other way to judge a cornerback.
Well, he's talking about brother.
Stephon
wide receiver.
Diggs, sorry.
Stephon Diggs, a superstar wide receiver.
Ooh. I think he's one of the most underrated receivers in the NFL. I don't people.
So maybe yes, maybe that's a yes.
You still
then.
think he's underrated? Because I feel like after the Minneapolis Miracle,
I'll tell you else who's a superstar.
and then the trade specifically, he became
second fiddle to Adam Thielen that next season, though. Even with that moment.
But then he was also traded to Buffalo to become the best player on that team.
And he was great.
It coincided with Josh.
Hold on, before they go into details of that, I think a lot of people sleeping on Adam Thielen. Let's be real with it. Adam Thielen is nobody to sleep at over there in Minnesota land. So being a wide receiver that can outshine him, it would have been hard. Or just look at his touchdown totals and look at what Adam Thielen does at the top of his route and off of his release points. Hey, people try to jam him. And what Adam does, and I'm just speaking freely, Cowboy Nation, because I love looking at and watching evaluations of wide receivers. You think you can jam him, you think you can get him off his mark, but he's strong. He got good, strong hands, and when the ball is in the air, he got soft hands enough to pull it out. But by Adam Thielen being in Minnesota land, and of course we know that when you think of Minnesota, you think of Randy Moss, but Adam Thielen, quote unquote, been doing some records up there with his pedestrian type of quarterbacks, by the way. So Stephon Diggs, of course, he was the second wide receiver. So that's just how it is. Now, over there in Buffalo land, I'm thinking that when you look at Cole Beasley, what he was able to do as far as those short and intermediate routes, what a godsend to him for them over there in Buffalo. Because we know Cole Beasley can run every route on the tree. Let me repeat, we know that Cole Beasley can run every route on the tree. And I know this is Cowboys conversation, but while we talking about the Bills in Minnesota, all of this is in context. Cowboy Nation, just bear with me. We know that Cole Beasley can run every route, and we know that Stephon Diggs can run every route. That's just how they run. It's just that those two wide receivers complement each other, and Stephon Diggs is a better wide receiver overall than a Cole Beasley. But what they do is it makes it so difficult because now what teams tend to do with Cole Beasley is they try to bracket cover him, meaning you got somebody underneath and over the top. It allows Diggs to have that one-on-one, and he eats. He eats. I digress.
Josh Allen become a significantly better quarterback.
I feel like Buffalo is still kind of a place where it's like, it's just still Buffalo. But I think he can be. I just don't know.
Tyreek Hill to me is a superstar receiver too. I forgot him.
Okay,
so I have three now that I'm for sure superstar wide receiver.
And Amari's not the type. Amari's just not. He's so good. He's one of those things that you're just like, hey, that's my Chevy out there.
Okay,
it's reliable.
Always gets you.
Every time I get into it, it gets me where I need to go.
Metcalf is close to superstar.
Ooh, what do you think about DK Metcalf?
DK Metcalf is...
He does everything off the field that makes him a superstar.
I mean, he has the Gatorade commercial now.
All right, so let's break down the other receivers they talked about. I'm still looking at CD Lamb as a guy that stands alone. I think somebody put man apart. Because we can pretty much look at Amari Cooper and say, okay, although he's a game changer in my opinion, I think that he's is a necessary evil for the Dallas Cowboys. But I also look at CD Lamb as one day trumping all what Amari Cooper has done. Now, when you think of Tyreek Hill, you think of, hey, speedster, take the top off the defense. If you don't have a quarterback that can give him the ball that's deep, then you really don't have anything else out of him. If you don't do creative plays as end arounds and these sorts of things, little bubbles and these things, you really don't have outside of that. And we all know that speed one day is going to dissipate. And that's just how it goes in the National Football League. But shout out to Tyreek Hill. I think that he was created in the lab because he can take the top off the defense and he can find the soft spots in the zone. But I will tell you guys this too. You got to look at the creativity. Hear me out. You got to look at the creativity of the coach over there. When you look at the way the Chiefs run their playbook, normally Tyreek Hill gets off because you have deep crosses with the tight end Travis, and you have the mindset of the safety still got to worry about Travis. That those real Travis Kelce, those deep passes, of course, they're going to roll and shade his way. And that's what creates the one-on-one opportunity. And that's why he can get as deep as the deepest guy, or he can stop his wrap, pivot his hips, and then come back and climb back for the ball because the guy's playing off. Tyreek still got his difficulties. And you can see it when you remove Kelce out of the frame. If Kelce goes down, Tyreek Hill tends to disappear. That's all I'm saying. I'm not saying he's trash or garbage, but I'm saying that it's more of a scheme scenario. I digress.
Oh, I mean, he's entering that, and because is he the freakiest human being we've seen at the position in our lifetime?
I think so, because I remember when they released his body fat percentage, a doctor said, that is not enough fat for you to be healthy. I did not realize that was a thing that existed as a human.
I look at DK Metcalf as the Iron Man Audi series.
Okay.
So that's where I kind of feel like he's on the cusp. He's super fast. He's got all these sleek qualities about him. CeeDee Lamb could be a Ferrari. I think that's the thing about him.
All right.
So that's what I'm hoping.
How many more years y'all think DK Metcalf can keep this up, right? How many more years until people can figure out him and say, okay, the problem is, he's a straight line route runner. We know he round his routes. And then even if you think about it collectively, at the top of his routes, you can still jam him. He lose concentration. He's not going to come down with the ball. He just been blessed because he got a dynamic, brilliant quarterback that's throwing him the rock over there. And that's not to discount DK Metcalf. I can only imagine if Clay Chasepool was in the Seattle's offense, you would say the same about Clay Chasepool, right? Maybe Simi Fehoko can probably entertain some of that this year. I don't know. I'm not putting him out there like that. I'm not going to wish that upon him to say, okay, Simi Fehoko is going to be on the levels of DK Metcalf and Chase Claypool. But it can happen. All I'm saying is that what it takes to really slow down DK is at the LOS. You got to have a crazy, crazy DB that's not afraid to jam, get him, knock him off of his route, and then have the safety over the top to roll. It's just that if you miss, he will embarrass you, and that speed is nothing to sneeze at. So I don't think that DK Metcalf can continue to do this long enough. But, hey, we live in a land where players are always working on their craft, and they can prove people wrong. I'm not sitting here saying that DK Metcalf can run routes like CeeDee Lamb, but CeeDee Lamb is a notorious route runner. Let's go.
I think he does have a chance. I mean, obviously, you have to have the quarterback stay healthy, and
line has to protect. Zeke can't turn the ball over all the time. The defense actually can stink a little for CeeDee to still be good.
I feel like for superstar wide receiver too, the team concentrates on getting that guy the ball a lot.
And this team has so many different receivers to get the ball to. But I think he'll lead the team in targets. That's just my opinion. I think he's going to be open most.
Okay.
All right. So that was the end of that conversation there. I believe CeeDee Lamb will be that guy, that dog, right? Yeah. Let me see what y'all talking about over here. How about Fehoko, dude? This is Choctaw, Montana, 808. Look, Fehoko got a lot of things to work on. I'm just looking at the size and the physicality and what Fehoko got that majority of the other wide receivers got don't have out of this draft. He's older. He's not a young wide receiver. He's not. He's not a young wide receiver. And what I'm saying is that his size, his physical prowess, and as well as his speed is nothing to sneeze on. Now, he got a lot of things to work on. They lined him up primarily outside of the slot. And if you're thinking about, okay, if Amari Cooper is not ready to go this training camp, what I told people earlier this season, Think about this, Cowboy Nation. CeeDee Lamb played in that slot all last season. Majority of his snaps was from the slot. If I see CeeDee Lamb lining up on the outside, and on top of that, of course, Michael Gallup being the other outside receiver, and now you have the battle between, hear me out, Cedric Wilson, who I believe is one of my dogs too, and Noah Brown and Simi Fehoko. Listen to what Stephen Jones had to say. He is trying to replace the guys that's already on his team from the guys that he drafted and the undrafted rookies or what have you, or the undrafted guys, basically. Y'all know he's cheap. He's cheap, and he's looking to say to himself, okay, I can sign this Simi Fehoko guy for this amount of money. Oh, Noah Brown is asking for that amount of money. Cedric Wilson is asking for that amount of money. Cut, release, if nobody is willing to buy into the trade bait or what have you. That's just how it goes. John says, Law, you think Richard Sherman will be a Cowboys? I know it's a rumor. This is from John Durden. I've seen that rumor circulating. We got HBO, who needs clicks, who needs ratings. Why not? Even if it's something that they bring in a guy, and I'm not a fan of that, but that's just how it goes. If you bring in a guy just for the cup of coffee. Now, there's two folds to it. On one end, you got a guy that's got extreme knowledge of the game. Extreme knowledge of the game. And then on the flip side, you got a player that really would hinder the growth aspect of your boss man fat, your Nation Wrights, or your Reggie Robinsons of the world, Maurice Kennedy. You got some young guys out there that really need to play. Now, there's two folds to defense. Defense is more chess than checkers. There's not been a team that's been a dominant team on defense that's young. I think that collectively speaking, we have nobody on this defense that got more than 6 or 7 years of experience. New broom can sweep the floor good, but that old broom can get the corners. And you probably need to bring in somebody with a level of experiences. That's all I'm saying on that. But it is what it is. I think that is much to do with ratings, clicks, and these sorts of things. All right, so the next topic they did out here, they asked Brian Broaddus from 105.3 The Fan a couple of questions there. And he does a great segment on the radio website that says Ask Broaddus Anything. And this is from Cowboys Camp Edition. I have not heard this interview, so y'all bear with me. If you already heard it, don't spoil it. But you guys know how this thing go. Let's listen to what they have to say.
The word other than optimistic, and that's what it was. Yeah.
623 Ask Broaddus, do you feel that Jabril Cox and Micah Parsons will take over the linebacker duty sooner than expected?
I think that with Parsons it will be, probably because of what happens with Leighton Vander Esch. But we'll see with Cox. We'll be out there for those practices. I plan on watching a lot of those where he's dealing with tight ends, he's dealing with running backs. I'm speaking with Cox. The minute that he could prove to these guys that they could put him on the field and he can cover, then that's the time. Parsons is going to play from the jump, but I feel like, though, that Cox is going to have to show that he can do that. He's going to have to be able to show, we'll see what happens with Keanu Neal. I think that's the replacement. If Keanu Neal, something happens to him or he's not getting the job done, I think that's where you'll see Jabril Cox be a factor.
Yeah, that's a great observation from the mighty Brian Broaddus. They brought in Keanu Neal for 1 year. So that means that he signed up to be a bridge guy. He signed up to be a guy. I think it's 1 year. Let me know if it's 1 or 2 years. I think it's 1 year. You got a guy that you drafted. You need to get your drafted players out there, basically. You don't want your drafted players to sit on the shelf because, like I said, with the experience, I can show you guys all day. I can draft and craft up a book on how to swim, make it 30 pages on how to swim. You do like this, you do like that, you do like this, you do like that, and you can be an expert T on reading Law Nation's book to swim. Man, I know how to backpedal now. Man, I can swim with my eyes closed and feel the terrain of the waters. I can know where the current's at. by reading the book. But until you get into that water, woo, not water. You gotta say it like me from Mississippi with the D. When you get in that water, man, it's a whole new world. But I read the book, Law, cover to cover. Man, I stopped on chapter 12 because I was an expert T. But it's different. So they looked at Keanu Neal as an insurance situation because they knew they were going to draft in this draft linebackers. So Jabril Cox must be able to solidify that role at training camp because you got in front of him, and I'm just speaking freely, you got Keanu Neal and LVE. LVE fighting for his life. He can't go down with the ship. He trying to get that bag, that coins. He trying to get it all himself. He is. Coaches are veterans, leaders. We need players that can play. This is from David. Yeah, you're right. Yeah. Where we at? Here we go.
Is there any way he could play some safety?
Jabril Cox. Someone asked me that question the other day, and I said no. I think I would keep him at the linebacker spot. I think that that's something when you know.
Yeah, brothers, great minds think alike. Oh, yeah. Hey, just because you see it doesn't mean they belong in it. Jabril Cox, you look at his scouting report, yeah, he plays better detached from the box, flies around. And I do know that a lot of people say, man, he can't tackle though, Law. He can't tackle. Go back, look at my film assessment, and look at when he played at North Dakota. 2 different schemes, 2 different systems from what LSU. His first movement at LSU was backpedaling, surveying the field. He was more of a zone type of defensive player, detached from the box, basically. They didn't want him with no box action. No. They had big boys inside anyway. What's that big boy they had? He was like 380 pounds, big old boy. I think his name was Tyler or something. Big old boy. If you look at what the LSU style of defense, the way they played, they didn't need him inside the middle. They didn't need him shooting through the A gap. They didn't need him flying inside the B gap. They didn't need that. They had some big boys up front. And I just think that for Jabril Cox, he was just a year too late going over there to LSU. You would love to see him the previous year on the LSU team, but that's the story of a different day. Look at his North Dakota tape. You'll see he come down and field. Now, is he the greatest tackler of all time? No. Name of the game is get there, for one. Wrap it up and knock him down. But it is what it is. It is what it is with Jabril. I just think Jabril Cox would be a situation whereas if you need him to trail and cover your tight end, he can do that from the LOS and from that linebacker role. And if you need a safety, I think that you can roll it out better with Donovan Wilson and a DeMonte KZ. And in the pinch, I think that they're going to give some snaps to Israel Mukramu as that other safety. And to me personally, the Dallas Cowboys always do that foolishness. Anyway, you draft a cornerback, say, hey, let me put you at safety. And you draft a safety, hey, let me put you at linebacker, right? They never go draft a guy that fits that particular mold, right? It's just crazy how they do that. But, hey, those guys make billions, and I'm just out here talking about them. Can you imagine trying to talk sense into a billionaire?
With safety, it's a little bit more of the range and like when I say with deep ball range and things like that, going back and things. I think he's more of a forward player, underneath player, so I wouldn't put him at safety myself.
817, ask Brian, what do you know about Mike McCarthy? You always say the Cowboys didn't do a good job on his hire.
I don't think so. Like I say, I lived in Green Bay for 5 years. I have friends there. I felt like that Mike at the end, people were telling me it wasn't about, he wasn't interested in going to meetings and the massages and all that, things that he was doing that, normal coaches don't do, like on the clock. But there was not much creativity. There was not much hard work ethic, things like that. You have to have a coach that's breathing this 24/7, and I don't think Mike McCarthy breathes it 24/7.
Oh my goodness, Rod, you telling too much truth out there. Ooh. I think that this will fall in line of the next conversation that we'll bring up. But man, who do you guys trust? Do y'all trust? Like, of course, we can have the positive vibes. We can do the positive creativity with our minds and say, hey, this guy, will live and breathe football. Well, if you breathe it, then maybe we can see it, basically. But nevertheless, God dog it, Brian Brothers. Let me rewind and hear what he said again. Because he said for 5 years. It's not for 2 years, not for 3, not for 1. He said for 5. So that's a long time of knowing somebody. Let me rewind.
Hard work ethic, things like on the clock and all that. He wasn't interested in going at the end. 5 years. I lived in Green Bay for 5 years. I have friends there. I felt like that Mike at the end, people were telling me it wasn't about, he wasn't interested in going to meetings and the massages and all that, things that he was doing that, normal coaches don't do, like on the clock. But, there was not much creativity. There was not much hard work ethic, things like that. You have to have a coach that's breathing this, 24/7. And I don't think Mike McCarthy breathes it 24/7.
Yeah, I'm with you, man. You got to be hungry.
Yeah.
Yep.
You got to really want it. Like you got to prove something or fill something that's missing in your soul. And I think maybe it's an unhealthy obsession, but that's what sports is.
All right, so my thing is, there's two folds to this, right? You guys, bear with me. Motivation. I'm doing a motivation aspect of at least 100 push-ups before the sun dies, right? Or before the next day. Sometimes when you don't have that person in your ear to say, hey, Law, did you do 100 push-ups? Hey, did you get your 50 out? I got my little brother every morning. He texts me and say, hey, remember, did you do your 100 push-ups? Give me 15 right now. And I drop down and give him 15. He said, man, thank you, man. I was slacking. Then 1 o'clock hit. Where you at on your push-ups? Oh, man, let me knock out another 15 or 20, what have you. That's motivation. There's somebody constantly and with consistency in your ear saying, hey, let's do this. Now, I can't quantify or equate whatever happened over there in Green Bay land. It's miserable there, right? It's nothing to do out there in Wisconsin's over there. It's nothing. That's why they wear cheese on their head. It's horrible. It's nothing to do. So in Dallas, we got the young Kellen Moore. We got Coach Rob Davis. We got Dan Quinn, who's looking at the opportunity, sitting there saying, okay, Mike McCarthy, if you sitting around eating your oodles and noodles and growing your beard out and not motivated, then that position is something that I really want. And then let's not forget about Rain Dakota Prescott. He's in the building up early in the morning. And sometimes, believe it or not, it can be the person that you least expect that can motivate you. The person that's on your side. Like my brother just hit me up every minute. Hey, man, you did your 100 push-ups, dog? And he know when I'm lying, so I can't sit back and not do that, right? You know what I'm saying? So I get out and I do my push-ups. I'm telling everybody right now, that could be the case in the scenario with, dare I say, Mike McCarthy.
Ask B if there's any way Jalen can play a lot to raise his value and then be traded. Could there be value out there for Jalen with this linebacker glut?
Yeah, I think there's too many people now. There's people that failed him. A lot of teams failed him on the physical.
Let me stop right quick. Mike, this is Mike McCarthy's, what do you call that, ghost account? But I'm going to reshare it, Mike. That's good right there. Y'all see what I shout out to Mike for posting this. 60% win, in that 13-4, 131 regular season, 141 totals. That's not nothing to sneeze at. No. So I love that, Mike. Appreciate you for providing that information for the nation. So y'all read that. That's Mike McCarthy's record, right? And I'm quite sure that the only person, there's a few other coaches that got a better winning percentage than that, I believe, is Andy Reid. And last time I did my research, it was Andy Reid, Bill Belichick, and some other guys. I think, what's the guy? Tomlinson. I forgot his first name. Yeah. Tomlinson, yeah, the brother over there in Steelers land. So appreciate you, man, for that information. Yeah. Let me hit play over here. So y'all let me know if that's accurate.
And they just won't circle back. So it's going to be a very, very small group, even though that he does line up and play. He doesn't miss games. But still people will say.
All of these mics. I'm about to call Coach LaDainian, Oh, my goodness. Oh, let me get off topic again. When Ezekiel Elliott said that he would like to run more like a Darren Sproles / LaDainian Tomlinson, I went back and I started typing in LaDainian Tomlinson just to refresh my mind on how LaDainian ran. And LaDainian, boy, I hope I'm saying his name. LT, let's say LT. LT, my goodness. Oh, my goodness. He was just different, man. I'm sitting there like, man, I was looking at LaDainian, LT, running the ball. I'm sitting there like, man, that guy was electric when he get into the second level. And what he did, he did a little juke. He had a little juke to him. But you know what was his main thing? That stiffy. He would give you that stiff form. And I love the visor. I wish our Ezekiel Elliott can wear that visor, that shield, because you just never know where his eyes are looking at. And LT would get to that second level, and you will think that you can tackle at the legs, and he just politely stiff arm you out the way. And he was just nasty with it. Go type in, and I know I don't want you guys to just look at the highlights, but just look at these highlights. And go to YouTube and type in LT top 50 plays or what have you, and you will just be looking at it like, man. And he kept that same speed for a long time of his career. I mean, LT equals Alvin Kamara. I think that he's nicer than that, though. But LT, man, he was just gliding through that thing. Gliding. He was just nasty, man. I just wish that when he was with the Chargers, they had a better system designed for him.
It's not worth the risk of them, and they'll move on.
Kevin and Mesquite, I just want to know what Mike McCarthy did to Broadus for Brian to go off on a man so hard.
No, you know what? I really
Brian's a hard worker.
No, well, the thing about it is I'm tired of this football team not being talked about as a championship type team. Mm-hmm. And I hate to see that the players that they have, not all the players are great, but this team should be more competitive. 6-10 last year, I get it, pandemic, problems, but you had an opportunity to really put your mark on the team, and you didn't. You let everybody down. You let this team be 6-10. Yeah, it was injuries and stuff like that, but you didn't do anything to overcome. Yeah. You weren't a difference maker. That's all I ever wanted with a coach. Give me a coach that's a difference maker, that I know when I spill my guts on it, that you're going to spill your guts on it too. And that's what this guy doesn't do. It's so lazy. And Garrett fell into the trap as well of just thinking, well, I'm a coach, I teach football. I do a good job at it. It's up to players to go out there and execute. The line between winners and losers is too thin for that. It's thin. You have to maybe cheat or bust your ass or find something on film or have the Hall of Fame quarterback to break the tie. Right. The ties are happening almost every time that you line up. As the coach, what can you do to give your team an advantage? And so many of these old school guys are like, well, you just got to hope that you got the better talent, because all you can do is teach. This game's old. This division last year was up for the taking to the very end, and you finished 6-10. You need to find a way to get the thing two more. Be a difference maker as a coach. This guy's not that, and I don't appreciate that about him.
Yes. Ooh, Brian Broder's got somebody peed in his cereal. over Mike McCarthy. Oh my goodness. Was Mike McCarthy pressing last season? Can y'all point out the game that he was the difference maker? Like he really, really was the difference maker. I don't know if you can include the Atlanta Falcons game. I don't know if you can include the Minnesota game. I believe that was a good device of plans there. But name me the game, and I'll wait for you guys to point out. Like, man, coaching was on point on that game, man. Was it the Eagles game, the last game that we played the Eagles? Was that like dealing with coaching when they put C.J. Goodwin to spy the quarterback? And well, that could have been Mike Nolan. So y'all, I want to read your comments on that one. You know, Atlanta game is from Lori. Yeah. Mike McCarthy knows he's a puppet. This is from Yard Dog X. Man, excellent. But no, I'm just playing with you. Let me give you one of these. I meant to press this one. Since you got Yard Dog on there. I like the dogs. Versick says the Vikings game. Because I thought for sure we was going to lose that Vikings game. I think Miss Jessica called in and she said, we going to win against those Vikings and we going to blow the horn. And I said, Miss Jessica, okay. She's like, PVO. And then we end up winning that game. Because remember, before that game, team was just running left and right on us. And we thought for sure the Vikings, they had one of those good running situations and scenarios, and it didn't happen. So a lot of people are saying the Atlanta Falcons game and the Vikings game was a coaching difference, and he was the difference maker. So, and that was probably the end of that one. Let me see.
That's why I say the standards got to be the same for him and Garrett. Garrett got fired because he didn't get to the conference championship game.
Garrett was here 10 years, though.
I know. That was my point, though. Yeah. The point was Jerry didn't want to get rid of him, but the fans said, we want to – you got to show some progress, not just get to the playoffs, get us to the championship game. And to me, that should be the exact same standard for McCarthy.
I agree.
Get to the playoffs, should not keep his job.
Man, Chris Arnold, man. I look up to that guy. All right, so when we think about everything, we really have to get to the – man, forget that. We got to get to the Super Bowl. I believe that the amount of weapons that we got on this team from left to right, even what they did during this defense offseason, got to get to that Super Bowl. Come on, Mike McCarthy. Come on with it, baby. Get us to that promised land. Stop it. Mike McCarthy is 10 times better than Garrett is from Mel Hayes. Appreciate you, man. But my standards of this coaching staff, you got the owner walking around with his chest out, Jerry Wine Jones, building all of this luxury facilities and things like that. Come on, man. Come on. There's no salary cap as it relates to coaching. If I was a billionaire with a B, I'm calling up all of the last few coaches to win the Super Bowl, and I'm bringing them in, sitting there like, hey, I need this Super Bowl over here in Dallas. I'm long in the tooth. It's a long tooth. I got all of this business stuff going on with the NFL. I made it to the Hall of Fame. We getting to that Super Bowl. Come hell and high water. And I got $1 billion with the B. I'm hiring all of y'all. He need to do something like that. He need to make a drastic change. Maybe that was his card for Mike McCarthy. You know, he actually won a Super Bowl, been there. And Dan Quinn been there, so maybe that's the play. No cap, right? Doug Peterson, no. But still, where Doug Peterson at? Him and Mike McCarthy's are friends. They're our buddies. You a billionaire, bring them in. Tell me everything about the Eagles. Tell me everything. Tell me every little inch about them. All of the players that you scouted and drafted, I'm playing some mean situations over here. I'm a billionaire. I do what I want. I bring them in just to what make this player tick, the one that you drafted. He's available. I just stash him on my staff. I'm a billionaire, you know. There's no salary cap as it relates to this. And they be like, man, you playing some mean bones over there. Yeah. Because when I play dominoes, you know, look, the person that's going to come after me, he ain't going to win. He ain't going to score that much. He ain't going to score that much. He's not. I seen some people say, hey, Law, you need to work on your basketball. You know, I never was the offensive guy. I'm defense. You ain't going to score that much on me. My defense, I'm going to lock you down. And I'm a slasher. I'm going to make sure, look, I'm going to use my speed. I'm going to drive to the hole. That's what I'm going to do. I'm not a shooter. I'm not an outside shooter. No, that's not my game. I'm going to slash you up, cut you up, and that's how I'm going to play. And then on top of that, we playing defense. It's lockdown. Yeah, it's a Gary Payton over here. You ain't get nothing. Clamps, yeah, that's my style, you know. I make sure I'm a distributor, you know. I make sure I get you the ball. I dribble it around, get you the ball to score. Then I get mad if you ain't scoring. I'm an orchestrator, you know. That's my game on the court. The glove, right, Didi?
Vegas has Mike McCarthy.
Let's listen to 1310, the ticket, 1310. Basically, this is to echo off of what 105.3 The Fan talked about with Mike McCarthy. And it's quite funny that they're talking about some of the similar things. So let me know, are we okay with audio? Can y'all hear them? Y'all are not able to hear them. Let's see if y'all can hear them now.
Vegas has Mike McCarthy as tied with Fangio, I do believe, as the first coach with the best odds to be fired this year. And I just don't think that's the case. And I know you disagree with this. I just think that 2 years, especially with the pandemic year, and I think teams may be giving mulligans because of what happened. Injuries, pandemic year with no off season and all that other stuff. I think it factored into everything, and it mattered. And it just kind of stunted the growth of where they may think this team should be in the next year or 2 or 3. So even if bad things may happen this year, that he being Jerry Jones is pretty slow on the draw to admit mistakes.
All right, so Vegas have Mike McCarthy is one of the highest odds or what have you or however the lowest, highest, whatever it may be. Y'all can correct me, you know, in the chat box. Nothing wrong with being corrected, of being fired this season. Now, of course, that draws people eyeballs to their websites, and that causes people to gamble and say, yeah, you know, I put $200 down on it, you know, and you know, and see if I can make $200,000, however that thing goes, $200 down to make $10,000, whatever the odds are, whatever that split goes, and they're winning because that's just how the odd makers make money. So, especially when you mention the Dallas Cowboys name, who believes that if, shout out to Yakeem, who believes if Jerry Wine Jones gave Jason Garrett all of those years, should he do the same for Mike McCarthy? Or should Mike McCarthy be on a shorter rope? Shout out to you, Sheila. Yeah. Oh, Sheila. I see you. So let me know how y'all feel about that. And we will replay that while y'all thinking about everything. Let me see.
Vegas has Mike McCarthy as tied with Fangio, I do believe, as the first coach with the best odds to be fired this year. And I just don't think that's the case. And I know you disagree with this. I just think that 2 years, especially with the pandemic year, and I think teams may be giving mulligans because of what happened. Injuries, pandemic year with no off season and all that other stuff. I think it factored into everything, and it mattered. And it just kind of stunted the growth of where they may think this team should be in the next year or 2 or 3. So even if bad things may happen this year, that he being Jerry Jones is pretty slow on the draw to admit mistakes.
So how y'all feel about that? So let me see. Y'all hit that like button, share this content, thumbs up all day. Today's time, short leash. This is from Shogun. Give my dog bark for that one. Shorter leash, put that dog on a collar. Put a collar on that dog. Reel him in. Don't let that dog run all the way around. So, look, everyone have a reason. Y'all write this down. Everyone have a reason, but results are what matter. Write that down. Everyone have a reason, but results are what matter. Oftentimes we see, was it DJ Khaled? Another one. He talking about, hey, I'm gonna be on a diet. I'm gonna try to lose weight. Whatever his diet plan to get to a slim figure is not working. His results category is not working. So therefore, he can't come out with a diet program to sell because nobody will buy it. The first thing that people will look at is his weight. They would say, hey, you must be eating another one and another one, So that is what it is. Everyone have a reason, but results are what matter. If you're working out to get to a certain size, then you have to aim and make that target for that. Let's go.
Yeah, let me say, first of all, I think it's a moot point because I think the Cowboys are going to have a good year. I think given the division they play in, I really think they're going to dominate. And if you look at their schedule outside of that, and it's always dangerous ahead of an NFL season to assume that teams are going to be a certain way. But based on teams' performances, last year, other than the notable exceptions of games at Tampa Bay and at Kansas City, their non-division schedule isn't that tough either. And with that offense and Dak coming back, and I think the defense will be significantly better.
Significantly?
Yes, I really do.
Okay.
I think Dan Quinn can make that much of a difference with what he brings. And I think some of those young guys on the defensive side just getting a little bit better as they mature, I think will make a difference. So, again, I think they'll have a good year. But if they do disappoint and they don't make the playoffs, I don't think Jerry's patience level is what you assume it to be. I think Mike McCarthy doesn't have the same place in Jerry Jones' heart or mind that Jason Garrett did. Garrett was going to be Jerry's Landry. He was going to be his 30-year coach, and it obviously didn't work out that way. McCarthy came over as kind of a mercenary. He'd won a Super Bowl in Green Bay. They wanted, to bring in a big-name guy who'd gotten it done somewhere else. So I think if they struggle, if they miss the playoffs, the fact that you have Quinn there, he's got a different type of personality and one that I think Jerry's going to fall in love with. So I think that's a potential head coach in waiting, and maybe Kellen Moore as well.
But is that a step up?
Jerry played offensive tackle in college. I think his son played on the offensive side as well. Stephen Jones, I think he played somewhere in the offense. I think he wanted to be a quarterback. I don't know. I think fullback, running back, something like that. He could have played on the defensive side. But collectively speaking, Jerry is an offensive-minded person. Can anybody disagree? Jerry is an offensive-minded person. He dibbles and dabs a little bit in defense, but his mindset is offense. I'm going to fall on the sword with offense. So if it's down to hiring the next coach, it's going to be on the offensive side of the coin. Now, I was with the belief, if you love Kellen Moore and you stepped in front of the Boise State and said, no, that's my boy. That's my son that Jason Garrett had, and Scott Leonard had. That's my son. My son is Kellen Moore, and I will double the money. I will sprinkle some of Kwame's mama's cooking all over this one. And then Kellen Moore said, okay, Papa, I'm going to take this job. You know, that corn's going to be nice. And you promising me second in line? Okay, Pops, I'm taking this job, basically. Paraphrasing the whole situation. I don't think that the next coach for the Dallas Cowboys would be a defensive-minded person. But from my perspective, if you knew, you see how my new became, if you knew that you was going to keep Kellen Moore and we don't see no look, we had last season, the late night hype, we had Jesse Holly on the show, and Jesse Holly was saying this. He didn't see Mike McCarthy's fingerprints in his offense at all. This was no West Coast offense. This was more vertical offense, sprinkled in with some Scott Linehan's / Jason Garrett stuff. And that's who Kellen Moore is. You only know who taught you, right? You're going to speak the language, and you're going to walk the way the person taught you. You know, it was not a Mike McCarthy's vibe or feeling. And what all Kellen Moore did was a little bit motion before the plays. It was the exact same playbook. Let me know if I'm lying, Cowboy Nation. I will recant what I'm just saying. But if you knew that, if you knew that Kellen Moore is next in line, why go out there and fiddle-faddle around with Mike McCarthy? I'm just saying. Let's be real with it. So I believe Kellen Moore is the next person in line. That's just how that goes. I think that the Dallas Cowboys should have got a defensive-minded head coach. That's all I'm saying. Last season, well, whatever, you know, before they went and picked up Mike McCarthy. If he was not going to have a major imprint on this particular team. Now that it's 2021, we do know that there were some tribulations and trials last season. But we will have to see, will we see some of Mike McCarthy's fingerprints on his offense? If not, then we sitting there like, man, this is the you know, you got the Old Testament, you got the New Testament. This is the New Testament version of Scott Linehan / Jason Garrett's offense. Just the New Testament. The Old Testament was with Jason Garrett, you know. And that's all we going to say, right? Let me know if I'm wrong.
And do you think that's a step up? He will feel in Jerry's eyes that that's a step up. I think he thinks the world of Mike McCarthy. So Dan Quinn, while he has a Super Bowl appearance.
Facts.
Is that a step up from Mike McCarthy? Is Kellen Moore a step up? Because we talk about Jerry and the time he has left because he wants to hold that Super Bowl trophy up again. Mm-hmm. And if you're going to say, all right, you know what, Mike McCarthy's not the answer after 2 years, I feel you're going to have to bring someone with a bigger name than Dan Quinn or Kellen Moore to take those steps to win now.
Who'll be that bigger person? Who will be that bigger person at this point? Outside of, like, you know, you got $1 billion with the B, and you say, hey, Bill Belichick, hey, if you're not cheating, you're not trying. What's up? You know, who will be the bigger person than the guy that we already have inside? Bigger personality? This is from Terrence Schwartz. Woo! Tony Dungy? Oh, I would love. Oh, my goodness. Come on, man. Roger, don't do me like that. Nah, Dallas won't have that. No. Mark says Romo for head coach. You know, to be real with you guys, let's be real with it. I think Romo will make one hell of a defensive coordinator. Here, look, just give Romo access to the guys with the green dot. He'll be able to craft out what the opposing team is trying to do. Yeah. Al Capone, shout out to you, Cowboys. Hard, and appreciate you, man. Appreciate you. It's crazy. Let's go.
I can't predict what Jerry is going to be thinking.
Oh, somebody said Troy Aikman. Troy Aikman did lament that he would like to become a general manager. That would be nice. And Troy Aikman, by him working for, I forgot, is it CBS or Fox? I forgot. I think it's Fox, right? He worked for Fox. I mean, he would know some of the nuances of personnel and these sorts, but he would still be a GM in training.
At any
well,
given
no one
time,
can, and
but
that's the
what we're
fun part
trying
about
here.
it, right?
That's what we're trying to do. I think it is two separate issues, I guess. On one hand, I would say the leash for McCarthy is shorter than you think it is. But on the other hand, maybe you're right. Maybe if Jerry's going to make that move, it would have to be to bring in somebody from the outside, a sexier name from outside, because that's always a consideration for Jerry.
I think
but
it has
somebody
to be.
that he can sell to the fan base more than Quinn or potentially Kellen Moore. But I guess my bottom line point is I'm not sure McCarthy has as much leeway as maybe you would assume. But the bigger picture in my mind is I don't think it's going to come to that anyway, because I think they're going to have a good year. I think this is a playoff team.
How many years do we say?
All right, when they talk about personality and stuff, I seen somebody put down Michael Irvin. You know, that I think Michael Irvin, he would have to go through the high school coaching at least and coach up some type of college league and continue to do that and these sorts of things before he would be considered an offer. I think that Michael Irvin will make one hell of a positional coach. Especially like wide receiver, offense, installments, and things like that. And there'll be a lot of fights on the sidelines. That's my son. That's my son. You see that 88? That's how you run that 88. And sweat will be everywhere, and you'll see a fight because he don't like the Eagles. He don't like the Washington team, and don't like the Arizona Cardinals. It'll be made up for TV. But to be real with you guys, a person that might can get considered high offers, believe it or not, don't crucify me, Cowboy Nation. It will be a guy that's coaching up my alum. D.I. Love, Jackson Fair, Jackson Deere. D.I. love my Jackson State, oh dear, Jackson Fair. Yes, prime time Deion Sanders, because he's changing the culture, you know what I'm saying, around at JSU. And we would see like how this season kick off while he have a full off season, and we would see what he's able to do there. But I would still want Prime to get a couple more years under his belt. He did a good job over here in Trinity, that's over here in Cedar Hill. He did a pretty decent job of coaching up some students and these sorts of things. But we need to see him on a bigger stage, and we'll find out. And Prime, for your mind, he's a high IQ football guy, believe it or not. When you sit down and talk to Prime, the brother got some high IQ. You would think that he's more of a defensive coordinator, but he's on the offensive side, believe it or not. So that would be a situation that we have to take heed to. Pete Carroll, this is from Darryl. That's Jason Garrett. Hey, Pete Carroll, Jason Garrett, same person. I just play with y'all. I think Pete Carroll is Pete Carroll is the older version of Jason Garrett, but more in tune, basically. And I'm not selling or denigrating Pete Carroll. Pete Carroll, I believe, did it the right way, opposed to Jason Garrett was thrusted into a situation and on the biggest spotlights of the spotlights and never got a chance to, do his thing the proper way. But that's a story of a different day. Don't crucify me, Pete Carroll fans.
That, though.
Yeah.
I think we fool ourselves into thinking that this division is trash, and then the Cowboys are the best of the trash. They're the non-smelliest of the trash, so therefore they should succeed in this division. And it's
ADC4L Cowboys.
Alex, appreciate you for the donation. Appreciate ya. Ashaniqua, Pookie, Ray, DC for
back
life.
to bite everyone in the butt so many different times that I think you can get a little fatigue from just thinking or automatically thinking that they're going to be the best team in this division.
That's the NFL Films title this year for the Cowboys. the least smelly of the trash. Dallas Cowboys,
And then-
NFC East champion.
And then even with
Oh my goodness, the least smelly of the trash, the Dallas Cowboys. I see what he tried to do there, but I feel what they're saying. All right, so we got a list of guys. Dabo, okay, you got Dabo, you got Saban, and Ray Lewis. Ray Lewis, he will be. I'm not going to say inexperienced because we know Ray Lewis. Why don't you have Ray Lewis and Michael Irvin on the same team as the coach? That would be like one of those shouting matches, and you will have like HBO, Showtime will be trying to do a special, and Cinemax, I'm about to say Skinemax, but Cinemax, y'all know why we say Skinemax, but y'all know how that thing goes. That what would really happen if Ray Lewis and Michael Irvin be on the sidelines. Let's go. Now, that would be a lot of clicks on that one. I ain't going to even lie. Yeah.
Hard Knocks there, and that elevates any team in my mind. And I'm not trying to pick on you, because I think a lot of people will fall into that same category, whether it's thinking that Philadelphia is a mess, Washington won a division with the losing record last year with Fitzpatrick now as their starting quarterback, and the Giants are a mess because Jason Garrett is now calling plays again, and you don't know how they're going to be as a team. So overall, yes. But the Cowboys have proven time and time again they can be a mess right along with those three teams. So I fall for it. I almost feel like you're falling for it. And you may be totally right about this, but I think I'm more of the, all right, let's just wait and see and get to proving with some games and some wins here. And I don't think that I don't feel that his seat is not warm. I just feel it's not hot enough for him to lose his job next year. He has certain expectations and he needs to meet them. And if they don't make the playoffs this year, let's say they go 8-9 and miss the playoffs in the last week of the season again, like they've done so many times before under Garrett. I don't think McCarthy gets fired. I think the next year that seat is hot. Now,
if and knocking on some wood, if the Cowboys go 8-9, that is going to be a. How can I put that will be. Hell, that's a lot of up and downs, man. And I'm not going to speak that into existence. But if the Cowboys go 8-9 and they try to sell us Mike McCarthy again, we gonna flip some tables over here, man. Let's be real, man. Sure, we ain't talking about this offseason to lose 9 games, man. Let's be real. If we go 8-9, man, I'm gonna be y'all think how crunk I was at the start. Look, I'm really gonna be peed off. Somebody put down Urban Meyer. He one of the guys I'm gonna be really looking at over there in Jacksonville land, because he was my go-to guy that I wanted the Cowboys to at least bring in for a cup of coffee, but at least interview the guy. But and of course I know his side stuff and all of that stuff. If he's not 100% committed, he'll fake like he's injured and these sorts. But neither here nor there. I'll be looking at the Jacksonville Jaguars strongly this year to see how he's going to turn their program around. If they still the Jaguars, they still the Jags, I'm going to be like, okay, good, we dodged the bullet. But if they start off doing some crazy things, I don't want to hear, it's because they got Trev Law over there. No. I'm going to be like, nah, that coach, he did something.
Now we start talking about, all right, now we need to think about maybe making some changes if things aren't different around
we'll
here.
just agree to disagree. I think if that plays out that way, it would be in play, him being fired even after just 1 year this year. You talk about the Hard Knocks thing, and a lot has been made of how no Hard Knocks team has ever gone to the Super Bowl or won the Super Bowl anyway at the end of that season. But I think most other teams would be affected more by the Hard Knocks impact than the Cowboys would, because it's always so circus-like around Cowboys training camp anyway. I mean, there's always, there's Ashton Kutcher coming to practice.
Denzel
these
Washington.
random people. Yeah, Costner was there one year, long ago.
Rob Lowe. I always remember that
Can't
because
forget that.
computer was talking to Rob Lowe. Wade Phillips walked by, and he totally ignored Rob Lowe because he wanted to speak to Wade Phillips. And Rob Lowe stood right there and waited. It's really weird. But it is. It's always a circus. There are always cameras going on. The fans are going crazy. Sometimes it could be a blank show out there.
I remember one year, at the Alamo Dome, when she was dating a prominent cowboy. I'm walking into the service entrance of the Alamo Dome, and there's this petite little brunette with long black hair, and it's Kim Kardashian. Walking in, right? Remember?
Oh, yeah, Miles Austin. Yeah.
Them Kardashians, boy. Y'all remember that? Miles Austin. They was trying to set him up, and I said, no. And I believe that derailed him. That y'all noticed when he started dating those Kardashians. Well, I forgot Kim. I ain't gonna say those Kardashians, but when he started dating Kim, all of a sudden his hamstrings. I said, God dog it. Why he just couldn't date anybody else?
Her, and that was almost like it wasn't before she was Kim Kardashian, but it was early in the time where she was in quotes Kim Kardashian. But
did you undo one button on
show
your
some
shirt?
of those gray hairs?
Hello.
Yeah, so you never know which celebrities might show up at Cowboys camp. So I'm not sure Hard Knocks adds that much more to the craziness.
I think you may be right about that. It's not going to even be no.
So, watch out. Hard Knocks, HBO will be out there. I'm quite sure that, when we go out there to Oxnard this year, there will be some celebrities. When I was out there in 2019, Jamie Foxx came in, and everybody was like, oh, Jamie Foxx. And I believe Omar Epps, he drove down there too, and he was there. So Omar Epps, Jamie Foxx, Denzel, they're going to come. So like they're saying that it's always going to be a lot of distractions. And then Suns win. If the Suns win the championship in NBA, you might see Chris Paul, CP3 out there with his trophy and everything to pump up and boost up the Cowboys. So that's his favorite team. And that's just how it goes, man. Lori said those sisters are bad luck. Yeah. And I believe that the fellas, man, y'all know how that goes. The fellas, they still a Kardashian, and they just go crazy. High school accurate. Yeah. What's good with you, Mel? Appreciate you. She was, yeah. And I see somebody say Kanye. Yeah, Kanye. I don't know who Kanye as far as his team wise, but Kanye, he did the reverse effect. He started dating the Kardashian. Kim married her, and he became a billionaire. So that's some good stuff to fall into. He did the reverse effect. Yeah, that joke was a billionaire with a B. Kanye, Yeezy. Y'all saw those new Yeezys? Who's buying the new Yeezys out there? Mike, what's good? Like Dak automatic drip in fourth quarter. Yeah, he's automatic. Fourth quarter belongs to Dak Prescott. You ain't lying. Yeah. People really think that Dak is just as accurate as Aaron. I'm reading this right. This is from David. I don't know, man. You got to do your own math there and make your own comparisons and analysis of Dak Prescott and Aaron Rodgers as far as their accuracy. I think that Aaron Rodgers is hard to match him up with any quarterback in the National Football League. Aaron Rodgers is Aaron Rodgers, just as well as Pat Mahomes is Pat Mahomes. Two different type of quarterbacks. Both got Super Bowl rings, by the way. So Dak Prescott got to enter into that club, and he can't make the club in a tub. So he got to stay healthy this year. We looking for him to arrive to that occasion. Max Stanton says the Kardashians equals overrated until you meet one of them, right? That's probably what happened when you gaze at them. They got this secret eye spell that goes into a trance, and it'd be like Pepe Le Pew. Y'all remember Pepe Le Pew? He'll be just a little playboy, and he see the little cat walk by, and then she get fool around, get the white strip on her back, and then he just goes into a trance, and he be like, "Oh, I got to get that right there." And Pepe Le Pew, that's the player of all players. He'll try anything and everything to get to that. I'm about to say that. I ain't gonna say it because they might demonetize the channel. He tried anything and everything to get to that. You know, he does it. You know, that's just how it goes. So maybe the Kardashians are like that. Until you meet them, you fall into that. Whoa, that's a Kardashian. You know, they must got some type of pheromones on them, fragrance. You know, that's just how it goes. So. It's just how it goes. So I seen some people, how long we been live, Cowboy Nation. Y'all post down in the comment box how long we been live. And let me check this out. I've seen some people wanting to call in. Which spell? Alina. Yeah, you right. You know, those spell stuff is real, you know. Yeah, you can't eat spaghetti from everyone. Yeah, I'm from the South, you know. If you dig in your background, dig in your backyard, she might have buried your drawers in the backyard. She control you. You better watch out. Steve, what's good? So do y'all want to do a call-in session? Do y'all want to call in? Y'all let me know, and we can continue to go with that if y'all want. I'll give you guys a little 30 more minutes. Are you watching the fight tomorrow? This is for my dog, Terrence. Let me know who's fighting tomorrow. Now let me know. That Creole, yeah. Hour and 21 minutes. Appreciate you. Yeah, Chris Hall says facts law. Appreciate you. Yeah, you know I'm right. Fool around, can't shake it from her. Oh my goodness. I watched the movie. This was before Getting Out. You know, y'all know the movie Get Out was kind of crazy, right? It made you don't drink tea for a long time at other people's houses. But before that show, there was a show called Skeleton Key. And I'm telling you, it scared the bejesus out of you. You know, if you go watch that movie at night, watch Skeleton Key. Watch that movie and watch how you be like, man, they pulling this stuff from somewhere, man. They pulling this stuff from somewhere. Now, Dime said he want to call in, so y'all bear with me. Hail Mary. Run quick, Steve. Let me see if I can set it up and put some of the DAC right here. Y'all bear with me while I set this up. Yeah. Y'all listen to Pickle Rick telling the truth over there. Yeah. Come on. Yeah. Sadiqwa, I see you, love. Appreciate you. I'm gonna do the StreamYard link, if y'all don't mind. And remember, you're listening to nothing but the best of hits and oldies, magic. 9720 message ALX. Yeah. Just setting up the phone link. Yeah. Grab you a cup of whatever. Come on. Shout out to the late night riders. Shout out to all. You guys, be sure to save this link because this link never changed. It's the StreamYard link. Jump in to get in. Come on, Nation. That jam make you just want to move your shoulders. Hey. Yeah. That's how y'all rock it out, right? Yeah, I know y'all rock. I know y'all was rocking to that beat. I know you was rocking to that beat. The link is at the top. We got somebody here. What's good, Chief? You're live like 95. Turn your radio down. What you got for the show? We got somebody here. What's good? Come on. When y'all click on the link, be ready. Come on now. All right. The link is in the description box. Y'all just jump right on in. I got my dog, 9 Dime, for your mind. What's good?
9 Dime.
Oh, my goodness, man. You always bring the truth to the nation, man. What you got for the show?
9 Dime calling straight from Vegas. It's hot. But, yeah, I just moved, brother.
Old Vegas or you in New Vegas? We'll part.
I'm in I'm in New Vegas.
Okay, cool.
I'm right behind the Bellagio.
Oh, okay. Wow. All right.
But I've been thinking about TJ Vasher, man. 6'6", 215. Put 20 pounds on him, put him in the inside. New age tight end. How you feel about that? Big target for Dak down the middle, but I'm thinking like a Jared Cook put me in the mind, because I mean, 6'6", 215 is a shooting guard in the NBA, small forward. There's no linebackers out there checking him, and he's still agile, and he has good feet. You could tell he got a little basketball background. I feel like this new NFL, especially with the rules, you can't hit them like you can.
Right.
So that you add 15 to that 215, he 230, maybe 235, still with not losing too much of his speed. And I think it'll be awesome for him, because I feel like what we messed up with Rico,
yeah.
We wanted him to be a blocker so bad.
There's old Jason Garrett mindset.
Old Jay Garrett, like, he got to block. Man, just go out there and pass catch. Because you look at the league, every team has a blocking tight end, and they got that thorough pass catching tight end. So you got to have that versatility. And we so sleeping on Blake Jarwin. I feel like he probably recovered real well. In another year, not getting hit, so he's coming back fresh. But I feel like him and Dak, they got so much chemistry. I know behind the scenes that they've been working on a lot, working on the film work, because I feel like for us to take that next level, we have to dominate the middle of the field.
I mean,
once we dominate, we dominate the middle of the field. Our outside weapons, it's on kill. But CD in that middle, Blake Jarwin, even Cedric Wilson, whoever is in that middle, and we can dominate that, and then have them on their toes. That's when Zeke middle runs is on add up. Them tosses to what's our other running back? Pollard. Them tosses to Pollard. It's gonna loosen a lot of things up. And another person I really got on my mind is my boy Randy Gregory and that damn Ben.
You sound just like my dog Big Game. That damn Ben.
Me and Big Game, man. Y'all can trace it back. We've been talking about this Ben for years, but just from him having a full off season, and I'm a mental health counselor, so let's be real. He has no anxiety issues right now. He's playing at peace. This is probably the first time he probably been at peace since Nebraska. And And I feel like he's going to have plus 10 sacks this year. The same numbers. What's my boy from Carolina? One that went to the Bears. From the Rams.
Khalil.
The Snake.
Oh, no.
The Snake.
Yeah.
Come on, chat room.
Yeah.
He played for us 1 year. Came from the Dolphins.
Oh, you talking about Quinn?
Yeah, Quinn.
Yeah. Robert.
Randy Gregory can have the same impact, and even more, because he's stronger against the run. But it's going to be a test. Our first game, Brady Blindside is going to be in danger. He's going to be in danger. I love what D-Law do. We know what he do. He stops the run. He's vicious with the hands. But when it comes to sacking the quarterback, hitting the quarterback while he's throwing, causing turnovers, strip sack fumbles, I believe in Randy Gregory.
Well, what people got to do is look at the teams when they beat the Patriots when they had Tom Brady out there. The Ravens had the dog near, create some type of pressure interior-wise. The Denver Broncos had to do the exact same thing. And I believe 1 year the Steelers had to do it. So I just look at it like this. If you can create pressure in the inside, because Brady going to get that ball out. He can see the blitz coming off the edge. So you got to be able. Yeah.
Don't forget about the Titans. You just got to rush 4.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. They kicked him out. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. But I look at it like this, Lord, when they played the Bears this year. Like, they rushed forward. They had Khalil. Mm-hmm. They had the other guy on the other side. Aikman, he was getting in the middle like crazy. But we can rush forward. And our linebackers can play man. We can do a lot of things with that secondary. Man, zone coverages, a little mixture of both. But we just have to be in that position where we're good with 4. And I feel like Dan Quinn is going to sub him in and sub him out. He's going to keep this defensive line fresh, especially with D-Law, because he's getting long in the tooth. But for Randy Gregory, he's going to take that Bruce Irvin spot. That we always remember, Beasley had 14 sacks under Dan Quinn when he went to the Super Bowl.
I didn't notice that. I'd have to go do my homework on that.
Yeah. He had way over 10 sacks. Yeah, so I believe in Dan Quinn. I feel like he's more comfortable as a defensive coordinator. McCarthy already seen him before and had problems with his defenses. Okay. And sky's the limit.
My only thing is they better not do this. And I'm going to flip some tables over week 1 if I'm seeing like they subbing in J. Lou or Anthony Get Down Brown and they covering trailing Grunt down the field. I'm gonna get. I'm gonna be really, really, really upset. You're gonna see Law just like, oh no, because I already seen what they did. Like even with the who had the same similar playbook almost to what they kind of run, and it was the Eagles, believe it or not. They had Dallas Goedert out there, and you had J. Lou on Dallas Goedert.
Yeah, we had J. Lou.
Come on, man, come on. I knew that was gonna be a touchdown. Like, come on, Cowboys.
I feel Gronk responsibility to be LVE and Cox. Like people try to walk Cox in, but Cox is a pure defender. He got size, he know his feet, but he's not clumsy. He got loose hips, and he's not so heavy that his speed is hampered. And he got long arms. And LVE is a big dude who can move as well. And you can't forget about Neil. Neil put that weight on for a reason. But he's too short.
Yeah, he's too short.
But Cox, I feel like Cox and LVE is going to be our tight end stoppers. But they will always have help over top. I don't feel like Dan Quinn will just put them one-on-one.
Yeah, they got 2 tight ends that can stretch it, and they got this Mike Evans, who is a dog of a dog out there. So I'm imagining that
that's Boss Man Fat.
That's Boss Man Fat. So
that's Boss Man Fat.
Who Dig's gonna cover Chris, huh?
Oh yeah, he don't cover Chris Godwin and Scotty Too Hottie or AB. Oh, we forgot about AB.
We just gotta create some pressure. Nah,
we just gotta create pressure. yeah, that's where the pressure come in. It's like
pressure, man. But you know their game though. You know their game. Their game is they're gonna start with the run. They got those 2 running backs out there that will be fresh, and there's going to be a challenge for the Dallas Cowboys to stop the run. But they want that single high safety look. That's what they want. They want to load the box, and they want Brady to be able to utilize those weapons on the outside. But they got to establish the run. And what we did all of this offseason,
let's try to stop the run.
There we go. That's going to be a good chess match.
You feel like Big Boy going to have a Vita Vea impact? Tampa Bay was #1 against the run last year. The run was shut down. They had the ups and downs with the passing, but it all came in line at the right time.
It all went back to old school football. You stop the run and you make the team one dimensional. That's what you got to do. And shout out to Coach over there for establishing that. Coach got some good stuff, man. He got some cojones, man. Almost stopped the run. That's what they play with, believe it or not, when they did the against Kansas City Chiefs. They said, okay, you missing your left tackle and right tackle. That's cool, but we making sure that you guys not going to be able to establish the run. And on top of that, we gonna play too deep.
Yeah, we don't play too deep. They play so many different coverages, and everybody can take a playbook and just apply that to the new NFL. Yeah. But you need them 2 big boys in the middle. They got Sue and they got Vita Vea. And I felt like our coaching staff was looking at there and said, here you go. We got to have 2 in the middle. Yeah. The Chiefs had 2 in the middle, and it goes farther and farther. You just don't have that one. But what Vita Vea, he's going to stop the run. But Sue is the combo. He'll stop the run and get some pressure. But once some big boys lay some wood to a quarterback and fall on them a couple times, that's when they start getting the happy feet. That's when they start getting nervous in the pocket.
Yeah.
But our defense has to focus on our physicality. Like, we got to be hit sticking this year. Hey. No, they have to feel you. That's why we got Michael Parsons.
Jalen, and we need that attack dog too. We need somebody. You know how you got somebody that's going to give you, like Patrick Beverly, like that hit after the play.
Yeah, we Boss Man Fat. Neil.
No. I'm talking about Big Boy. I'm talking about a big boy.
Yeah. That's what I said. Big boy on following.
To make sure that Tom Brady said, hey, sunshine,
Hey, big boy from Kentucky. That's his whole job, dog.
Okay, so he's the assassin.
He about to be Earthquake, man. He about to be Tugboat. Yeah. He's about to be Yokozuna.
Yeah.
For your running back, he's going to fall on your running back and put all that weight up there. And for your quarterback, if he grabs your quarterback and slams him to that ground, he's that quarterback gonna feel it.
Yeah.
And when Michael Parsons hits you, you coming up woozy, man.
Oh yeah.
you coming up woozy. Like, that's the one thing I feel like we improve. We got dogs who can hit, and even with Boss Man Fat can hit. The cornerback from South Carolina can hit, and even Wright. Don't sleep on that tall Wright. You know what I mean? Because all of them lanky and they strong.
They are strong. They 4'3", 4'4" guys.
Yes, most definitely. But in our secondary, if we can find somebody who can punish somebody in the middle, just make them have some fear. Because I'm more about pass breakups. I see we don't get a lot of interceptions, but if we get pass breakups and get that ball in the air, then we can make some more interceptions.
Yeah.
But we got to have in that back end somebody who is instinctive. It's going to be 1 step and 2 steps ahead.
Yeah. Yeah. Brian Bradford said, don't hit Brady. It's a flag. Hey, we just need somebody to get that sacrifice. Somebody need to get the flag. Somebody set the tone. Do it early.
Set the tone. That will pay your fine.
Yeah.
Set the tone. Hey, we owe the whole NFL back, Cowboy Nation.
Yeah.
They took out our quarterback. We got to take out 2 this year, man. We got to take out 2. We got to go back. People have to fear us.
Yeah.
But I know I'm going along. Peace to your brother. Love what you're doing. I love what you're doing. You keep grinding, brother.
No, you good,
Cowboy
fam.
Nation, y'all stay up. 9 down.
For your
Peace.
mind. That's what I'm talking about, my dog, 9 down. I give him all the time, man. You know, that rhymes, but I give him any time he want, man. Long supporter of the channel. I got DJ 100 Grand up next, and we got my dog Daryl that's waiting. So let me just echo what he just said, man. It's not going to be an easy battle. Like, it's going to be a war. It's going to be one of those situations whereas the biggest dog last, you know, we fight to the end type of groove. And I can't wait to see game 1 because this should be a chess match. Everybody got to have all of their stuff together. See that PG-13. Shout out to you, Crow. Shout out to you, Chris Hall and Akeem. Appreciate you. And shout out to even the Texas fan over there, Texans fan, I think Eastside Harrow. Shout out to him, though. You know, shout out to him. And my dog, Jay Lombardi. But DJ 100, what's good?
James Harden, what's going on, James? With the step back. What up, James?
Yeah. They said, Law, you travel, man. You traveled on that one, dog.
I said, what in the world is going on?
Oh, my gosh,
you
man.
Can't do that.
Yeah, but, hey, it still counted. You know, maybe the official.
No. No. You put the shots up there that you made.
Yeah, I missed by 1,000. But see, DJ. Now you see how they do it. You see those guys, Hot Sauce. You see the Professor and all of those boys. You know they messed up by 1,000 times.
Exactly. I said, Law did a lot of editing to put that together. I said,
oh my goodness, man. You ain't had to call the bros out like that, man. Hey, man, it was just one of those situations, you know.
I couldn't wait for you to go live. I said I'm gonna get him. I got to get him.
Yeah. Hey, I stepped back. I made it though. You know, I made it, baby.
You made it. You made it.
So I couldn't edit that one.
It took you 20 times, but you made it.
I didn't play basketball in about 10 to 12 years, man. And the only thing I remember is I can still dribble the ball. It was just hard as hell to shoot. And I see that now shooting is so important with your legs, man, because my legs the first thing they gave away from me, man. I was sitting there like, man, it was terrible for me to regain my balance and everything. So it was crazy, man. Let me see if I can get it right here. Yeah. Let me see if I can
get it. You got to start balling again, man. You got to get your wind back, man. You got to
I was huffing and puffing too. You know, and I'm gonna tell a lot of people, man. This is real talk. I can still run a mile, right? I can still run what have you, but basketball running is different because a lot of stop, goes, you shifting your weight, and
cutting, and dribbling a ball. You know, you're not just running a straight line.
Yeah.
You looking around, man. It's a lot. It's a lot, man. You got to defend. People leaning on. It's a lot, man.
Yeah. So you know what we gonna do is my dog, the Crossover Nation. The dude is cold blooded, man, and we got a lot of things that we gonna be working on. We got a whole facility that they gave us. Whole facility for the state of Texas. So we're gonna have basketball camps. We're gonna have like just positional drills, things to do what you're not supposed to do. We're gonna get backed up by a sponsor, so it's gonna be nice, man. We heading in. Hey, I might have to reach out to you for a flyer. You know.
Hey, man, hit me up. You already know.
And think about this too. They opened the NCAA. They opened up immunizations for these kids.
It's on now.
So the incentive is even greater now.
So they gonna come.
I can literally train somebody that's 15, 16 in about 2 years. They can get a $2 million contract.
Exactly.
Like, hey.
That's why I said the kid. Law, what better time than now? What better time than now, Law? The floodgates is about to open. You think them parents ain't gonna send them kids to go?
Send them kids over there.
Listen, $1,000, baby, let's go. Hey, that's nothing. You getting a $2 million contract? What's $1,000 a kid?
Facts.
Come on now.
Facts. I'm finna get my what you call that dude that do all of the negotiation? What was Dak Prescott? What was his agent name?
Todd France.
I'm finna get my Todd France on. You know what I'm saying? I will be representing this kid right here.
Exactly.
For JSU or for Ole Miss or whoever, SMU, whatever.
Get you a basketball camp, football big in Texas, Lord. Hey, you be breaking some film. Hey, listen, get it all, man. The floodgates is open now. They getting paid right now. So
somebody
these
just
kids in high school.
Who got that $2 million bread, man? That just came out of the heavens.
I don't remember.
I think it's Master P. Somebody Master P representing. I think, good Lord.
The schools can't pay you directly, but keyword directly. But they going to do some indirect. Come on, man. They setting stuff up already. We gonna pay you through this third party. Come on.
Yeah. And all of the Alabama students, they getting. They ain't getting the money that they used to. They taking a pay cut.
They getting top of it. Alabama been getting the money.
Yeah, they been getting that bread.
They stopping none. It's just more easier now.
Yeah, I had a friend of mine. I said, "Look, dog, ain't no way your family can afford that Hummer, man. No, come on, fam. Good and well. Bama done slid that money under the seat while you was at church."
They sitting there saying, "Oh, these other schools gonna be able to compete now."
Yeah, they're gonna be able to compete.
You're
man.
not. No, they're not.
Yeah, that's what got Cam Newton in trouble. He's supposed to go to Mississippi State, and his dad was like, "Y'all about 50,000 short."
Yeah, exactly. Now you can give these kids $1 million. Listen, schools like Alabama, LSU, they money too long. They on TV every week. They money too long. They got making millions of dollars. Come on, man.
Yeah.
You see Alabama and Clemson got the number 1, number 2 best recruiting class every year. That's not changing.
That's not changing. Maybe Kwame Brown can get that question or that answer out of Stephen A. Smith. Why was he's out there at them high schools? Stephen, answer me, man. Why you was out there in those high schools?
He's gonna be back out there in them high schools. Watch, he's gonna be back.
Yeah, Stephen A. Smith gonna be back out there at them high schools.
That's crazy, man. That's crazy. I said, look at Law out here, man. I could do that step back. I said, he don't like the James Harden being called James. Hey, when James Harden and Lil Baby got caught, I said, that's Law. What Law doing with Lil Baby?
What did James Harden was doing wearing whatever he was wearing? I was like, what the hell is this brother got on?
That too. I said, what? Look, that's that too much money, man. That's that money, man. That's what that too much money do, man.
James Harden was looking like crazy out there, man. I said, man, what the? Like a supervillain, let me see if they got him. Let me see if they got his images so y'all can see. Yeah, they don't have his images, man. I said, God, dog.
That's what that money do, Law. When you making money like that, you wear anything.
Yeah.
You wear anything. So we'll know when Law got that cash when he wearing stuff like that from this basketball camp. We know Law getting it.
What he got home? Hey, I said, what is this? You know what I'm saying? Here you go. People y'all can see. Like, what is it? Like a supervillain, come to take over the world for your oodles and noodles, I mean, wearing clothes 2 times too big. But, man, what you got for the show, man?
I see people sleeping on our defense, man. We never had a guy to plug the middle up. We haven't had that in years. And that's been the missing link for us. We can just pinpoint that. Like, if we only had that guy in the middle, we got that guy in the middle now. So that's going to change. Our defense is different now. You can't just run up the middle and get these yards on us no more. Fact. You can't do that. So guess what else you can't do? You can't play action us.
Mm-hmm.
You can't do none of that. Our corners is going to get better because ain't going to be no play action. That's over with. You know, we got a guy in the middle that's going to take on two guys. So what that mean? Our end's going to eat. DeMarcus Lawrence almost getting there. You know what I'm saying? How many times? Oh, king of pressures. He's going to get there now because we got that guy in the middle. They're like, he ain't no Khalil Mack. Okay, what the Bears got? A guy in the middle. What these teams got? A guy in the middle. That's why they get those stats.
That Hakeem Hicks, man. Oh my goodness, man. Just look up Hakeem, over there in Chicagoland. That boy right there. If he ever hit the market, you better go out there and try to move some furniture around and get him. Yeah, you're right. They got players that's not afraid to destroy the A gap and demands double team so that your guys on the edge can eat.
That's why Khalil Mack he's the best. Look who he playing with. He always got a guy in the middle. DeMarcus Lawrence ain't never had that.
Ever had it.
He never had a guy in the middle.
Outside of David Irvin. David Irvin's
David
situation.
Irvin ain't really he ain't have a guy like who we got now. He know his role. I know my role. I'm in the middle. I eat up blocks. Linebackers love me because I eat up blocks. That's a guy that's in the middle. That's his role. We never had a guy. That's his role. We ain't trying to put a guy and just put him in the middle and make that's your role. But you never played that before. This is a guy. That's his role. That's what he do. We never had that. We always want to take a small guy and put him in the middle and want him to be Vita Bea. No, no, that don't work.
Yeah. Yeah,
that's what Marinelli always did. Come on, what are you doing? We finally got a big old boy, 350, 360. Come on, man, in that middle. All we want you to do is just run, just rush, take back to the quarterback. Come on, man. Now the quarterback can't step up no more. So guess what? DeMarcus Lawrence going to eat. Randy Gregory going to eat because that quarterback can't step up no more to get those throws off. You either got to run to your right or run to your left. What's going to happen? You're going to get sacked. You're going to get sacked.
Just so that people can understand what you are lamenting. I just pulled up Pro Football Focus, and I know a lot of people don't like it. But, hell, they did some work as it relates to stats. And until somebody else have a comparison of their own independent stats, we're going to use Pro Football Focus at this point. Vita Vea, this is him stopping the run or against the run. He's number 4, ladies and gentlemen. He's number 4. Mario Edwards, that's Chicago's, junior. He's number 3. We were just talking about Chicago and how Khalil Mack is able to eat. Christopher Jones, he is number 2. And then, of course, Aaron Rodgers, So he's inside that mix there. So we got to understand those things right there. And, of course, Cameron Hayward, I know a lot of people was talking about my dog over there and the linebacker, for the Steelers, his name at the tip of my tongue.
What's his name? What's his name, brother?
Yeah, doing all of those good things, but they got some boys, man, that could eat. You know what I'm saying? TJ Watt, and the other guy is at the tip of my tongue, but y'all know what I'm talking about. Yeah, so that is how they are able to do that pressure inside the middle. And we can't wait. We can't wait to see how the Dallas Cowboys are going to look like this year when we got somebody that can finally eat up the interior.
It's a total change. And I'm glad that these teams, we know these fans of these teams, y'all defense is trash. Y'all defense is trash. Y'all get rent. You don't understand, man. Like who we got, we never had a guy up the middle. Y'all gonna be so surprised and so shocked. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like y'all gonna be so surprised and so shocked how this defense reacts when we got that man in the middle that's just gonna rush up. Your quarterback gonna get sacked. Period.
Mm-hmm. Period. Man.
Everybody else gets better because we got a man in the middle. The man in the middle affects the whole defense. Everybody gets better. You can't. There's no more. Man, I got to cover for like 7 seconds. No.
Mm-hmm.
The ball come out faster because of that man in the middle.
Yeah, you ain't lying. That man in the middle helps out everything.
Everything.
And people fail to realize that man, that dog that's in the middle, can take this team further than where we've been and what we've been looking at for the many of years. So that's what I believe, man. This thing finna work out for his best this season, and I can't wait for this situation to come around. It's point there.
I can't wait either, man. I can't wait. I ain't worried about the offense. I'm good. I ain't even worth talking about. It's not. It's not even worth talking about, Law. Only thing I want is we need a backup quarterback. That's the only thing I'm worried.
The backup quarterback scenario.
Worried about. Yeah.
I don't blame you on that, man. We need to have a guy. Shout out to you, Edmonds, man, for the Cash App donation. I appreciate you, brother. Somebody gave me a Cash App. Appreciate you. Yeah, we got to shout out to the Cash Apps, man. I really appreciate them. They go straight to the pocket, man. They're going to be the Oxnard Fund.
Exactly. You don't ain't no taking off the top. Ain't no YouTube get no cut on that.
Nothing.
That's straight uncut black magic.
Yeah. But man, I'm gonna work on my jump shot, man. Hit the
no
gym.
More step backs, man.
I got before the next day come. I got 42 more push-ups to go through. So there's a lot of more push-ups I got to do. My little brother been hitting me up. I got to do 100 push-ups a day. And, man, I'm telling people, man, 100 days for 100 push-ups, it's a hell of a challenge, but you got to have somebody in your ear, and I can't wait to see what it look like in 100 days from here,
That do wonders, man. I'm telling you that right now. Before, when I started my workout journey, that's what I did.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I did, 100 push-ups. And it does a lot, man. 100 push-ups, 100 pull-ups, Lord, get you a pull-up bar. 100 pull-ups, you gotta do that in combination, man.
Right. You don't want to be all formed in one area. I feel
you know what I'm saying? But yeah, man, and then we gotta get you working out real heavy in the gym. You know what I mean?
I can't get too boxy though. You know what I'm saying? I've been there before. The highest I got is like 207, 208. So I'm a little dude, you know what I'm saying? So right now I'm right at that peak. I'm 198. I'm 198 pounds. So I don't want to get too bulky though. I like my life fairs type of diet because I'll be 40 in a couple of years. So you know how that go. You don't want to be too big. I want to pace this thing out.
You right, but you need that muscle though, man.
I feel you.
You need that muscle, man. You need them bones to be the.
See, there you go, man.
Bones to be strong.
But if you look back at the film, man, I'm proportioned. You know what I'm saying? I didn't miss leg day. You know. You know what I'm saying? You see some people that miss leg day. They be all big up top.
Right.
And they got the little legs.
I ain't gonna lie. I hate leg day, Law. I ain't gonna lie.
What's that villain? What's that villain on Sonic? The boss, the villain. He big with the little legs. That just
I know who you talking about. I can't think of his name. I can't think of his name though. I know who you talking about.
Yeah. Dr. Doom, I believe that's his name or something like that. Y'all put his name in the chat box. Dr. Eggman, that's Shogun. You don't want to be built like Dr. Eggman.
Nah. I get some leg days in. I just hate them, man, because you can't walk for about 3-4 days. Man.
Right.
Terrible.
or that swole dude on SpongeBob. I know y'all watch the swole dude on SpongeBob, man. He all swole up top with the little legs. It's like, man, you be thinking they know how to fight. You just kick them one time in the leg, they fall to the ground, then you just
kick them in the kneecap.
You just uppercut them real good. You be like, you be the little dude that knocked out the big guy because he skipped leg day.
Nah,
don't let me grab SpongeBob. Let me find a SpongeBob dude, man. Before I let you go.
Don't let me grab you. I grab you.
Oh yeah. yeah. If you grab him, let me see. SpongeBob workout dude. Yeah, I don't know his name. There you go, right there. You don't want to be that dude, Cowboy Nation. You don't want to be all big up top with the little legs. Man, I go. If you ever play Street Fighter, sometimes you can just do that one move where you just do a little leg sweep.
It would be good.
I used to hate that. I used to hate that with what's that dude? Sonic Boom. Sonic Boom. And then he do this little leg kick, and you be like, God, I can't beat him.
Ryu?
No. I'm talking about the dude, Sonic Boom, and then he got this little leg thing that he go around one time.
I can't think of his name.
Yeah, I don't know his name, but that joker used to be hard to beat, man. Sonic Boom. Had too much fun with you, man.
Hey, man. The legs might lack, but the ladies like the guns, though, Law. You know that. You gotta have the guns out the sleeves, Law. Yeah, but you know what I'm saying?
But you can't have the little legs, though, man. Appreciate you 100 grand. Let me let Daryl in, man. Appreciate you, fam.
All right, man. All right, bro.
Salute. Y'all know what I'm talking about, right? Let me know if I'm lying. You can't have those legs. Look at them. They got a little feet. All this is nothing. Gal, that's his name. Appreciate you, Dallas dog. Daryl, what's good?
What's his name just said what I was trying to tell you before you couldn't hear me.
Mm-hmm.
And I was in the waiting room. I was saying Guile the whole time.
Gal, yeah.
But
and
also what the other caller at 9 Dime was going to expound on. Okay. And what you were talking about earlier, before you start letting people call in or whatever, you were talking about Kellen Moore.
Mm-hmm.
If McCarthy he's got McCarthy and McCarthy's got him, so they're going to lean on each other.
Mm-hmm.
And hopefully they do well. And if they don't do well, then Kellen Moore, if the offense is performing at a higher level than last year, and our defense is playing well, like the other guy was talking about, the big guy in the middle.
Mm-hmm.
But then you also got to think about the other chess pieces that we have, like you always say.
Mm-hmm.
It's like that old broom.
Mm-hmm.
Get them corners real good.
Right.
But that new broom don't do it as well.
Right. The new broom can't get in there with corners. Yeah.
Exactly. And that's what I was going to tell you a compliment too, is that you have the personality of my dad that passed away just not a year ago. That's why I love you so much. And you're passionate about God and the Cowboys and things like that. And I love the work that you do. So, I want to always send my love to you and all Cowboys Nation, because this year is going to be a special year, and the next year and the next year after that. Because us Cowboys and D-Law and Gregory and all that, and believe me, I think Gregory and somehow Gallup, I pray the Gallup stays,
Right.
But I know Lamb's going to do super unexpected things with Amari once Amari's. I hope and pray and hope that Amari has a big season as well, 'cause everybody can eat. Including Elijah, Ezekiel Elliott, as you like to say. Okay? So we're going to be 14-3, and this defense, you got to worry about 5 people. I'm going to name them.
Okay.
You got to worry about D-Law.
Ron.
You got to worry about Randy cut the blade with his shoulder grass, Randy Gregory. Okay, gonna eat you.
Yeah.
You got to worry about Kelvin Joseph. They gonna throw him in there too, and Israel McQuamu's gonna get some work action, like you would said earlier today.
Yeah,
because I was watching you. I always watch you. I told you. When I get a chance to watch you, even though I'm working, I'm doing my thing and following you. And I'm a true Cowboys fan.
Yeah,
that's why I love you. That
Appreciate
you believe in Jesus, and that's good. And we're gonna make a Super Bowl this year. That's my prediction. But we got
go.
Leighton Vander Esch. If he can stay healthy, like you're saying, and we pray that too, and things go our way this season, you're gonna get some special things out of the Dallas Cowboys and the coaching staff.
Oh yeah.
And if not, we'll figure it out sooner or later. But this defense is in. This team's gonna play together, and they're gonna play for Dak. And just trust me, Dak. Oh, get ready for Dak Prescott. Dakota Rain Prescott, baby.
Man, you got me fired up now, man.
All up in your grill with the yards and the TDs. Best believe that. With CeeDee Lamb and Michael Gallup and Amari Cooper eating all day along with Ezekiel Elliott. Believe that.
Man, you going to make me knock out my 42 push-ups right now. That's what I'm talking about. Yes, indeed.
But I love you, Law. Yeah. God bless. And I don't want to keep you all day, but know that I'm always saying prayers for you and your family and wish you all the best. And also, I was going to ask you, when is training camp for the Dallas Cowboys?
They have the opening presser for the opening day, I think July the 21st. And then they go through like that weekend of just, walkthroughs, meet and greets, and these sorts of things. But the first padded practice will be July the 28th.
Okay.
If you're out there before that time frame, you're just watching them,
What
books.
Day is that? Is that a weekend or is that a Saturday or Sunday? What?
I want to say that July 28th falls on a Wednesday, so that's the day you want to be out there on the 28th and mid through the week. You in Cali? You in Cali, right?
I'm in Henderson, Nevada, which that's like 5 hours from Oxnard, California.
Okay.
Okay.
Well, when I do a show
Henderson,
out there, man,
I'm
going to see if we can get you out
Henderson,
here,
Nevada
man.
is basically in Las Vegas,
Right. Oh, wow. Me and Vach and some other guys, we're going to try to have a cookout. We're going to try to look for a local park. So be sure to stay tuned to that, and we'll get some meat together and some veggies.
Well,
and
I
all
want
of
to
that
try
good
to
stuff.
come out there on a Wednesday, but I don't know. My boss, Wednesdays are really busy sometimes.
But that's why it spills over to the weekend. They actually have the practices on that Saturday as well as Sunday, believe it or not. I think their off days are like Monday. They try to keep it like that. So,
I would try to make it out there for at least some of the Saturday practice. Get there by that time so I can watch some of it and meet you, because I'm fans of all you guys. That you, Big James. I watch all you guys. You know that. Even Jeff.
Jeff Cab, I think he'll be out there. We will have Tiny Jim, David Hellman. He'll be out there as well.
Yeah.
And
I watch all them guys.
Yeah.
That's why I'm saying I'm a true Cowboys fan. Trust me. You guys, I watch you because you give good content. You always do fire content. And I love you guys, and I'm a true Cowboys fan. I don't let people talk crap about my Cowboys. You talk crap about my Cowboys, I'm just going to not even reply to you. That's the best way to handle you.
Yeah, yeah. But I appreciate you for calling in, fam. Appreciate you giving me one of these.
But love you, Law. God bless.
Much love to you too, Daryl. That's what I love to hear right there, man. Cowboy Nation, let's continue to grind and shine. We got Sway Z next. That's going to jump in and give us his thoughts and opinions of everything. Oxnard. See, my thing is, Texas is an open state. We walking around freely out here, but I don't know about Cali. So if y'all in Cali, y'all in that area, y'all let me know whether or not you got to have your mask on and you got to be all suited up and these sorts of things. So y'all let me know in the comment box without posting the other word that COV, whatever that, I don't want to spell it because they kind of ding your channel when you talk about it. So y'all let me know about Cali. Is it open or is it still locked down and shut down? Because we are planning on having a small gathering of at a park somewhere, and I don't know whether or not the parks will be open. All right, so Sway Z, what's good?
You hear me?
Yeah, you live like 95. Talk to me.
Yeah, I haven't been paying attention this off season. I've been kind of doing my own thing, doing media stuff. I just want to ask a couple of questions about how's the camp looking. Is it still like a country club at training camp? Is everybody, hey, buddy? Is everybody just happy to be there like it has been for the last 20 years? Like how is camp a little bit different than past years?
Right now, camp haven't started yet. So they did the mini camp. That's all PC. It's all like one beat writer said that J-Ron Curse is one of the guys that's having a hell of a year, what have you. And then I've seen another beat writer write out the fact that he's on a bubble and he might not even make the team. So we don't know. So that's why in the latter part of this month we will find out the truth, from the spots that we are able to see.
When does camp start? Like what
the padded practice, that's when I'm going to be out there. The first padded practice starts on July the 28th. They're going to do a lot of walkthroughs and some installments for, I think, the previous days out there. And you just see a lot of stretching, a lot of warm-ups, a lot of do's and don'ts and these sorts. So, but the padded practice, if you are close to the area, that is when you want to come out there, and that's around July the 28th. But there's going to be so many people out there, I believe, the opening day, it's just going to be massive amount of people out there. So I recommend people to just slow their roll and get out there, not the first day, but the second and third day. If you're not.
Can I ask this question? What are your expectations for the offense of Mike McCarthy's? Of course, it's not Mike McCarthy's offense, but he's going to be. I assume that he's going to be he's going to be in the rooms with Kellen Moore. Like, what's your expectations for the offense? Do you expect the offense just to carry the defense this year? Do you expect the offense to have a slow start like they did last year for week 1 and week 2? Like, what's your expectations for the offense this year?
And I'm going to use the old Jason Garrett saying, execute. I want this offense to execute. Dak Prescott can't turn the ball over, nor Ezekiel Elliott can turn the ball over, give the momentum back to the opposing team. They have to get into the money zone and draw up better plays. One of the things, as far as my evaluation of Dak Prescott last season, I wanted him to become better in fade balls, especially when he get into the red zone scenario. So I'm going to be looking for that. I want this team to still score north of 28 points a game. I think that they can hit that marker just by the players that they do have on this team, especially the outside weapons like Lamb, Gallup, and Amari Cooper. And you throw in the fact that you got Jarwin coming back and Dalton Schultz, who should be confident this season. And let's not forget about La'el Collins and Tyron Smith. Those guys got an axe to grind, and Ezekiel Elliott and Tony Pollard looking like this offseason that they are really focused in, and it's a healthy competition between the two. So I'm looking at this offense to just execute, score more when they get into the red zone, money zone, green zone with efficiency. I don't want to see the kicker. That's my goal for this year. I don't want to see the kicker. I don't want him to be like, we do all of this marvelous stuff and we get into the 30 to 40 yard and then we line up to kick a field goal. I don't want to see that this year. I'm tired of it.
All right. Mm-hmm. And what record do you think Mike McCarthy is in the hot seat this year? Do you think, like, what record do you think we should have that Mike McCarthy will be comfortable? Because I don't think that we don't have I think this team is. I don't think this team is ready to win a Super Bowl now, but I think this team is ready to at least make a little bit of noise in the playoffs. Like, so what expectations for Mike McCarthy? What's the expectations for Mike McCarthy for him to meet, for him not to be in a hot seat this year in his second year?
Well, just like I think 1310, the ticket, they did a wonderful conversational piece about will he be in the hot seat, will he not? And they believe that his rope is short, but they don't think that if he starts off kind of slow this season that you will see an in-season fire, nor even if he goes 8-9 that the Jones family will fire him. Now, I'm from the mindset. Say again?
I'm saying, like, we do have a head coach on the staff, not like a veteran,
right?
Super Bowl appearance head coach. So if we do fire him in this season, we do have an experienced head coach to take over.
Right. And that happened, there's never been a coach to take over a team to go all the way to the Super Bowl and win it. So that means that we ultimately falling on the sword, regrouping for 2022, and that means something catastrophically happened, far as, an injury to a certain player, may I knock on wood. I just look at it like this, Swayze. If the Dallas Cowboys are planning on moving on from Mike McCarthy, then it will be ultimately Jones is falling on the sword and admitting that they were wrong. I think that they're stubborn to a key to that they will blame everything on the outside before they look in the mirror and say, hey, man, we was wrong by this hire, So I believe, just like what the radio station said, 1310 the ticket, even if they go 8-9, there'll be a situation whereas they keep Mike McCarthy. But here's the situation. This will be the time where us as fans will have to stand up and voice our opinion strongly with the Joneses and band together to get the Joneses up out of there. Because I just don't see with the amount of talent that this Dallas Cowboys got that they will lose 9 games. So, like you said earlier, what is my expectations? My expectation of this team to lose no more than 6 games for this 2021 season.
We have a hard schedule.
I know.
We got the Super Bowl chance on week 1. Like it's gonna be a little bit hard with first year defensive coordinator and a lot of moving pieces on defense. So I hope you're right, but it just sometimes I think as Cowboys fans, like we have a lot of expectations, maybe because we're the number 1 team in the world in terms of birth of the franchise. So it's a lot of marketing behind us. But I just think we don't know what we want to be. Like we don't know if we want to be a ready now team or a rebuilding team. It seems like the tone I got from this offseason, even though I haven't been paying attention, is that we're kind of in the middle. Like we want to be ready now, but we also want to rebuild at the same time, and it's really confusing.
Well, I agree with you on that, but let's say if you flip it and you ask that question to Dan Quinn, should he be like, well, this is my first year, at least allow me time to learn Frisco area and Arlington? No. His expectation should be, hey, we got the pieces. You guys went out and drafted some guys that can fit my style of play. I didn't have that over there in Atlanta land. I didn't have full control of the defense because I had so many things else to do. And on the flip side, Mike McCarthy, he got to look at it like, at this point, when you move from one grade to the next, when you go from the middle school to the high school, the expectations of it should be that it's going to be harder. High school to college, the expectation should be that it's going to be harder, more challenges. And as well as from a JUCO to a regular university, the expectation should be that it's going to be harder. So that should be the same bevies of expectations from moving from Green Bay to the Dallas Cowboys with all of the lights and these sorts of things. So his expectation should be just like this. We got a quarterback that's one of the top paying quarterbacks in the National Football League. The burden is on him to make something happen. Matter of fact, excuse me, they also have one of the top paid running backs in the National Football League. I do know that money does not translate to wins, but based off of their salary, the expectations should be for them to win. So me as the coach, I got to be able to install winning mentality, winning culture. If not, I fail. So that should be his mindset, to go in and say, hey, we're going to win every game. We want to beat every opponent, and I got to be my best. Because I don't think they paying him chopped liver as well.
Yeah, definitely. Oh, but it was good talking to you. I hope to see you in the post game, the fan post game. I hope one day I see you on the show, man, because you really making noise on this Cowboys content. So salute to you.
Appreciate you, man. Let me give you one of these. Yeah.
Oh, before I go, I'm sorry.
You good? You good? What's good?
Before I go, if anybody have a chance, I have a TikTok on Swazi TV. I think I'm at 90,000 followers right now. I really appreciate it if you guys would just follow me. It's hip hop content, and I just love this community. So I would like to see just a little bit translate to my content. All right, guys. Take care. Have a good night.
No. Before you run now, who's the best rapper alive right now, man? Who's the best rapper? Who you got?
The best rapper alive right now is Jay-Z. Like right now, alive because he's alive. But the best rapper currently in the game is Drake. So
Drake.
Yep.
Okay.
But Jay-Z's the greatest rapper alive of all time. But Drake right now currently is the best rapper in the game. Like he's the LeBron James. Like Jay-Z is the Michael Jordan. Drake is the LeBron James of hip hop.
Okay, and I believe that Romeo, he made an analogy like that. He was saying that did you hear that when he made that analogy?
Yeah, I heard it, but I understand what he was trying to say, but Romeo at that time, and I was like, I'm 25, so at that time, their music was geared towards me, like as a kid, 7, 8, 9 years old. We never listened to Romeo music. Now we like the show, the Little Romeo show on Nickelodeon, but we never looked at him as a person that was even equivalent to Bow Wow in terms of music. If anything, like Bow Wow was an innovator. Like he was the only little kid that was making Billboard hits. Like Romeo wasn't even close. Now Master P tried to make a carbon copy of of Bow Wow,
right?
But he could only do so much because Romeo didn't have the talent. So they translate into the Nickelodeon show. Now Soulja Boy, I think that was a good analogy in terms of he was like the LeBron James, because the reason why I think that was a good analogy is because he was speaking in terms of kids going into hip hop, and Soulja Boy was a great innovator, one of the first ones that been on YouTube, one of the first ones that created his own dance. 16 years old, had the #1 hit in hip hop. So other than Romeo having comparing himself to Kobe Bryant, I think that was kind of spot on in terms of kid hip hop.
Kid hip hop. Yeah. And I would say this with Soulja Boy, when we look at everything as far as the monetization aspect of it, the kid is just brilliant. I mean,
genius.
I mean,
he might not be talented music-wise, but he's a marketing genius.
Facts. And now we're seeing that everybody benefiting from YouTube, even YouTube itself can thank him for that, because now you can go to any of your favorite artists and now they can go, listen to their music and they can get paid for it, and you can still get the music. So nobody pretty much buys CDs and DVDs and all of the other stuff anymore, because everything is digital and everything is monetizable via social media. And shout out to Soulja Boy for that.
I know I said the post-game show, like you be on the post-game show. I really hope that you and the other guys that do Cowboys content, I really hope y'all get really big enough that y'all could make your own YouTube post-game show. Y'all could go to each of the home games like y'all could really do it, because at the end of the day, I don't think the Cowboys, I think they're trying to make good YouTube content, but you can tell that they got a lot of people that's running their YouTube that I can tell never been outside the house growing up. Like there's a lot of people that they're playing it safe in terms of creating Cowboys content, and I think you guys can really take control of that whole field of Cowboys content.
Yeah, let me just talk to everybody like this. We talked to the Dallas Cowboys personnel and staffing. You remember, like, we used to say, man, the Dallas Cowboys are a mom and pops type of vibe, type of feel. They're literally their same website producer, their same host of person that put out their content, been there for years. That those spots and those positions don't come open, and they still have that prehistoric dinosaurs type of vibe. But for what the Cowboys do, still, they're still tops out of all of the NFL, but it's still a mom and pops. And they hit me up, and I'm not going to release the person's name. They hit me up and say, man, if let's say for example, if my dog Scott Walker was running the DallasCowboys.com website, it would go crazy bananas, But they still got somebody like an old tree or a stick in the mud that they say, well, although Sky is better or got more experience in this, we can't get this guy up out of here, man. He's been here for 30 years, literally.
Because when I look at the show, like I used to love the Cowboys break when I was a kid, like 07 to 2013. Like it was great content for me at the time, but I felt like they were I feel like even now when I watch Cowboys, the Cowboys break, the same formula, they're using the same formula that they did 10 years ago. that's why I love hanging with the Cowboys with Jesse. What's the dude from Jersey? I'm from Jersey too, but what's the dude from Jersey? Jesse Holly.
Jesse Holly.
Yeah, but Jesse Holly and them, like, they have a fresh take of what Cowboys content should be. Like, it's I don't know, like, Cowboys content should be a little bit more fun, should be a little bit more laid back. I just think that they're like, I know Derek Eagleton. I think he runs the media.
Oh yeah, he does a
Cowboys.
wonderful job. Yeah,
I think he runs it, but and I get it. Like, he's trying to be as safe as possible because unfortunately, you know, they look at us a certain way, so you can't take as much risk as other people. But I don't know, man. Like, I just wish they would start hiring you guys, give y'all like a crazy solid. I know you don't need it, but you know, you guys do a very good job. So
yeah, shout out to Derek Eagleton, man, and all what he does over there. But yeah, we all got to answer to someone, and he answered to that guy that I was talking about that nobody know about. But you know how that goes, man. But I appreciate you for calling in, man. Y'all be sure to check out your TikTok channel, and that's what I'm talking about right there. That dude got some good stuff, man. Check out his TikTok channel. All right, so shout out to my dog DC for life, man. You've been waiting around, waiting to jump in. What's good?
What's good, bro, man? Hey, I wanted to show you this nice clean jersey I got.
Okay.
Right there. That's my dog.
Man,
right
you got
there.
a split. Let me see.
Yeah,
let me see the name on the back, though. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Let me see the name on the back, though. You know. Let me see.
Let me see if I can. I'm gonna have to get creative here. Can you see that?
No, I can't see it yet. Let me see. Hold on. Why you do that? Let me see if I can. Give me 1 second here. There we go. Done. Bam. And we're going to slide this over here so people can see you.
You got it?
No, I ain't gonna be able to see you like that. So just show everybody the front part, man.
All right, hold on.
Yeah.
Well,
yeah, they can see that though. Yeah. There's a number. Hold on. I didn't do that one right. Hold on. And we finna see this part. There we go. We working with it. I want to get my
can
mouse
I flip
together.
this camera somehow?
Oh yeah. I'm just fixing the house over here.
Let me see.
And here we go.
Here, I'm gonna do it facing back.
All right. There we go. They can't see nothing. Hold on right quick. They can't see it. And this thing giving me all type of blues over here. Let's see if he got on a Parsons jersey basically, and it's split. Yeah. So what you got for the show, my dog?
My dog, man, my boy's gonna rock out this year, and I mean, I'm not gonna say we're gonna go to the Super Bowl, but we're definitely gonna be playoff contenders.
Mm-hmm.
We definitely will be playoff contenders. I really think Mike McCarthy's gonna be good this year. Last year, he didn't have the chance to be out on the field, guys.
Right.
And he didn't have all these training camps and everything. And I'm not really worried about our offense. You know, Dak's going to ball out. Zeke's going to ball out. And one of the callers said that some of the linebackers he listed were Gregory and D-Law, which, if I'm not mistaken, and correct me if I'm wrong, but aren't both of them under their last year?
You talking about last year, the contract or what have you?
Yes.
I think Gregory, this is a contract year for him. I'm thinking that even when you think about D-Law, I think that he got to go through this year. Then after this year, he won't have any other money that when he don't play or what have you, that he would lose out on. Let me see, I got it right. Yeah, he won't lose out on major, how can I put his, guaranteed money. So I think this is the final year. After this year, he got one more year after this guaranteed money will dry up, and you can cut him and you won't lose out on much, basically.
Well, I mean, that's even more of a reason for him to want to ball out, you know. And, I mean, as far as Jalen Smith and Leighton Vander Esch, those are the ones that really have to show out this year. I mean, if they want to pursue another contract with the Cowboys, you know, that's just my opinion, you know.
Right. Yeah, I think Leighton Vander Esch, this is a contract year for him, so he's going to show up and show out the best way possible that he can. And we know how that goes as far as, you know, putting your best foot forward and making sure you're not falling on your face. And he's trying to secure that bag, so I'm quite sure that he's going to try his best to do that.
Yeah, and I mean, I like Leighton Vander Esch. I mean, I do. I have no hate towards the guy. Mm-hmm. His rookie year, he balled out. I mean,
yeah.
But it seemed like after that, he just like plummeted, like injury wise. Like it just became. I hate saying it because being a Cowboys fan, I hate saying anything negative about any of our players, but it seems like he became Sean Lee 2.0.
Yeah. Well, that neck injury is always a scary one. You know, you really don't know how things are going to transpire once, you know, everything is healed and it's a pinched nerve and these sorts of things. So my only thing is when healthy, Leighton played pretty well. So hopefully contract year, you know how that goes, he plays well. And if not, then it's kumbaya.
Do you think Simi Fehoko, I don't know if I said that right, I'm horrible with names, and Andrew Brown will be competing for special teams like returning the punts and stuff? Because just to be honest with you, I don't want CD Lamb doing it. I don't want to risk that extra chance of him getting injured.
Well, the people that got some experience in kickoff returns and punt returns will be the Tony Pollard, the Jordan Lewises of the world, as well as Reggie Robinson. I think he got some experience at that, and Trayvon Diggs. So if we have reservations on punt returns or what have you, I think that the Kansas City Chiefs have reservations too, right? They put Tyreek out there, and I think Tyreek been explosive for them. So in a pinch, if they need to win, then you put the guy out there. You must win at all costs. You can't play scared over here.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I'm okay with most of the players that you mentioned, except for two of them. Mm-hmm. Pollard, I don't want to risk him getting injured because he's the backup to Zeke. And then I think we did draft an undrafted free agent this year to back up, but
Rico could do it too. I meant to say Rico, Johnny Dixon, and I think I left out Cedric Wilson. Those guys can do punt returns.
Okay. Mm-hmm. I mean, other than that, I mean, all I got is, I mean, are they going to bring in any competition for like punters and stuff like that? I mean, it seems like punters and kickers are the only ones we really didn't have like a real competitive roster with, you know.
I feel what you're saying. I think that Hunter, although he did a great job with us, I think that the Cowboys picked up a guy named Ryan. Y'all can put his name and his last name in the chat. I think that he got a sponsor in the house, and his name is bone fossil. So that is a horrible situation for me because I think that Hunter should win the job, but they're gonna have a competition out there for punt kicking, and I think that Ryan already got a shoe in on that one. Y'all post his name in the comment box. The punter that we picked up during this offseason, if y'all know his last name.
But I mean, I think that our defense is going to be significantly better. I'm not worried about our offense at all. Dak, I think he's going to be hungrier than ever. And to be honest with you, we got like one of the best trio of wide receivers there is. And then, I mean, of course, you got Zeke and Pollard, in which they already said Pollard, they were practicing with him, throwing him balls and on routes and everything, which he did in college. So, I mean, I think we're going to be good offensive-wise. I mean, as long as our offensive line can stay healthy, I mean, please, Lord, let them stay healthy. And as long as they can stay healthy, our offense will be great.
Oh yeah, man. Shoot. Yes, indeed. Oh, the new punter name. I got his name right here. Brian Anger is the new punter that the Cowboys picked up during this offseason, and he will be the guy that will give Hunter, I forgot his Nice Wonder, a battle there. And Bones Fossil is bullish on Brian Anger. So, and they said Brian Anger was one hell of a punt kicker. So. That's how this thing can go left or right.
I think they need to hire both you and Boss Cowboy, Skywalker, and the rest of the crew as scouts, man.
Oh my God!
You see talent. You see talent. You know talent, and you know. You said, I think, if I'm not mistaken, I think you said you played ball, and I know Boss Cowboy did too, and OC. So, I mean, y'all know the game. So, and you know talent when you see it. So, man, they need to hire you guys as scouts and recruiters, man.
They'll take time away from us doing this, though, you know. But I feel what you're saying.
I mean, if it benefits our team, man, it benefits our team, you know, and I'm all for it. You know, I love you guys to death. But, man, we need to boost this defense up, and so, and which we have, but
yeah, I'm
just saying, you guys know talent when you see it.
Yeah, and it is what it is, man, at this point. But I appreciate your love and adulations with that, DC for life, man. What else you got for the show?
You have a good night, brother.
Appreciate you, man.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, man. Good call from you, brother. Good call from him, man. Always giving us the good stuff, man. I really appreciate him giving me one of these. All right, Cowboy Nation, I didn't spend longer than what I thought I would speaking with you guys. It's been a pleasure talking to you all, and especially those who called in. Thank those who made the donation to help elevate the nation. If time allows, we will pick right back up this show in the morning and do our Saturday morning Cowboys talk if the Queen of the Peace Corps allows, right? You know, I got to do some daddy duties, man. I've been in here, and we definitely going to have to do that, you know. But neither here nor there. There was a lady that approached me at the owner's box. Your name slipped me, but I really, 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 really do appreciate you for taking care of our meal today. We was at the owner's box, me and my better half, and we was eating. And then when we went to go pay for the meal, they said, no, don't worry about it. The lady over there took care of it. And she came by and said that she's a fan of the show. And, you know, those small things go a long way, Cowboy Nation. And I believe that this family is so huge that it doesn't matter where we go, because she was actually on vacation and she followed the podcast, the Final Word, the Late Night Hype, what we've been doing, like weekly shows and things like that. and she just took care of our meal. And y'all know how the owner box was. I had my hen, I had my good old quesadilla, chicken quesadillas, and it wasn't no cheap meal. It was no cheap meal, and she took care of it, and I made sure that I tipped the waitress a big tip because, man, just try to pass things forward, man, and this is what this is about. Families looking out for each other and just surprising one another silently. Didn't ask for nothing, didn't say, hey, you know, here, this is me. Yeah, this is me, Law. I paid for your meal. No, did it silently. And everybody know, man, when it's nothing like going to a restaurant and eating, but the food tastes different when somebody else paid for it, right? The food tastes different when somebody else pays for it. And that's just how it goes from here. So shout out to her. Charge it to my head, not my heart. I slipped your name. I forgot your name. Although you said that you love the Dallas Cowboys and you've been following the channel and you flying in from California and you were just spending a couple of weeks out here. So there goes a long way, Cowboy Nation. I really appreciate everybody for tuning in and being part of this episode. Y'all already know I'm looking for my music to get on out of here. I am looking for the music. Hey. Really appreciate each and every last one of you all for being part of this episode. I really do. Shout out to everybody that's here. Dana, shout out to you, 2 Cent, Shogun, appreciate you, Trey. Shout out to you, Paul, appreciate you, Steve, what's good? Mr. Exxon, appreciate you. Shout out to Exxon Stocks too, by the way. And shout out to those who wise enough to purchase some AMC stocks. Shout out to y'all, man. You always got to figure out ways to increase your bottom line and also invest, right? But I come here to tell you guys, also invest in the nation. Invest your opportunity with this Dallas Cowboys with your heart, soul, and sinew. Iceberg Q, what's good? Write this down. And shout out to you, Daryl. Appreciate you so much for your love and adulations, not just to the nation and for the Cowboys, but also for me. Never take anything for granted. Never, 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 never. But write this down. Shogun says, with Law at 4 and 10. Appreciate you. I understand. Vincent, what's good? But I want you guys to understand this with the gravitations and the meditations of your heart, soul, and sinew in any situations that it starts off with your mind. You can control everything, but you just got to put it forth and bring forth and speak those things into the existence, right? If you want a thing bad enough to go out there and fight for it, to work day and night for it, to give up your time and your peace and your sleep for it, if all of your desires of it makes you quite mad enough that you don't get tired of it, and it makes you hold all of the things tawdry and cheap for it, if life itself seems empty and useless without it, and all that you scream and dream is about it, if you'll gladly go out there and sweat for it and fret for it and plan for it and lose all terror of God or man for it, if you would simply, just simply, go after the thing you want with all of your capacity, strength, and sagacity, with faith, hope, and confidence and stern pertinacity. If neither cold, poverty, or famish, or fame, or sickness of body or brain can turn you away from the thing you want, if dogged and grim, and besieged and beset it with the help of Almighty, Cowboy Nation, you will get it. Let's go. It's time for us to get crunk, baby. Shout out time to everybody that's here. Let's go. See some fire emojis, baby. tell him.
Nowadays, nothing really is ice. Only one of me and nobody's like me. Phone ringing and I tell him it's ice. I got wifey on blinging, she freeze. Photo, please, no photos. G's, no, please, no photos. Hit the door and the doorman just whole team here might need some. Still young, but I move like a
veteran, baby. Shout out to you. Highlight. We live the highlight. Thank you. Let's go.
Different colors in my baggy light. Chalk it up. Talk of the town where you're talking up. Wanna get you a ring and you tough enough. Wanna get you new things with your pockets dull. Run it up. I used to be quiet and out of luck. Now I move up and move humble cause the hate and the jealousy. My mama telling me
Trade.
blessings and run it up. Nowadays nothing really is ice. Only one of me and nobody's
Come on.
like me. Phone ringing and I tell him it's ice. I got wifey
Hustle
on
TV.
freeze.
Oh, put down where y'all are from, baby. I always love to know where you guys are from.
I keep giving game away.
Law.
I put game on layaway.
Nation.
I got paid to play today.
Shout out to Stream Elements. They always help out. Shogun, shout out to you. Darryl, let's go. Solomon, let's go. Iceberg Kill, Dallas Nation. That's a cold-blooded YouTube name.
Who the realest we might never know.
I like
All
it.
this acting, you gon' play a role. Give you the world when they sign you up. Try you out and then they line you up.
Oh.
Now you're looking hungry, ribs are touching, need some food. Now you're all on
Tell 'em,
life,
Trev.
I get surprised, but you was food. Boy, get out the way.
2
spend
cent.
the day, now you're old news. Now you got the pen and pad, you're trying to take my
Shout out to the
moves.
Steelers,
Nowadays,
though.
nothing really is
Shout out to
ice.
Philly,
Only one of me and
El
nobody's
Paso.
like me. Phone
Lori,
ringing and
I
tell
didn't
him
know you
it's
from El
ice. I got
Paso.
wifey on blinging, she freeze. Photo, please, no photos.
Vincent Dillard.
Please, no photos. Nowadays, nothing really is ice. Only one of me and nobody's like me. Phone ringing and I tell him it's ice. I got wifey on
David Jenkins, Frederick. Come on. Come on, Nation. Hey, if it don't make sense, add it up till it.
I ran up a check, I might do it
Dude,
again.
let's go.
Enemies close, have me
Jersey
thinking
in the
they're
house,
friends.
baby.
10 toes down, I'll be feeling
Louisiana.
to the end. Crib outside the city, I don't feel safe in my hands.
Come on.
Took so many years, I'm just waiting for the wins.
Yeah.
I'm in debt to no one but the one who took my sins. I do it for real, there's no reason to pretend. If
Yeah.
I do it once, I do it again. Add it up, bankroll, euro, peso, add it up. I'm just
Where my
doing
people
me,
at?
everything is on me, oh, you matter what. Add it up.
It should be on Twitch. I'm on Twitch, baby, under Law Nation.
I'm just doing me, everything is on me.
Cedar Hill. Shout out to you, Brandon. Shout out to Cedar Hill. Shout out to Duncanville. Shout out to DeSoto. Shout out to Waxahachie. Shout out to Mansfield. Shout out to Oak Cliff. Shout out to Shakara. Yeah, hope all is well, Shakara. Y'all already know. Shout out to Cake Hustle TV.
No fault. I done doubled up on the workload.
Tell 'em.
I think I fell in love with the bankroll. Pray up, get money, then we lay low.
Hey.
Bankroll, euro,
Come on.
peso, add it up. I'm just doing me, everything is on me. Oh, you matter what? Add it up. Bankroll, euro,
Yeah.
peso,
Yeah. Yeah.
doing me, everything is on me. Oh, you matter what?
Lori, I shut down the link. I'll send the link out next time when we go live. Let's go. Stanford, Texas, baby. West Bank. Shout out to Richardson, Texas. DF Dub. Come on. Mark. Shout out to you. Aloha, my brother. From over there. Shout out to all the Polynesians over there too. And the Samoans. Yeah, let's go. Y'all saw I messed up, but I got the beat right back, baby. Come on. It's DJ Law. Yeah. Milwaukee. Shout out to Tony Romo. Kelly Turner. Brett Favre and all of those boys that ran it out over there. Come on. Louisville, Nate. Appreciate everybody who donate, who made the love and adulation to the channel. I follow. Come on, rock with me. Where the world at? Come on, y'all. Rolling around in your 88 Cutlass. Shout out to you. Shout out to all the old schools out there. Come on. Yeah. Stockton, California. Yeah. Aaron, shout out to you from Washington. I can't find it. Where you at? There you go. 5, 4, 3. Let's go. Watch the greatest running back in the land. Emmett, come on. You can purchase your spinning helmet. Click the link in the description box on my YouTube page, huh? Coupe de Ville, Trey Dave. Come on. Uncle Charles, shout out to the favorite uncle. Cowboys' favorite uncle, Uncle Charles. Y'all want me to run another one, or is y'all ready to go? Y'all let me know. Y'all want to run another one? Yeah. Soft souls of hits and oldies. Y'all let me know if y'all want me to go one more. Y'all let me know. One more time. Here we go. Yeah. Just gotta believe. It's motivation.
Be your biggest fan. And when things are really tough and they're really rough and nothing's working, but there's something inside of you that says,
eventually,
I just have to follow that. Because you don't know who you're going to be.
Come on now. Yeah. Let this touch your spirit, your soul, your heart. Let's go. Push all of your pain, your sorrows away. Just vibe with the nation, baby. Come on. Put your hands together. Let's put a shout out to Dwayne White. Let's put let's say happy birthday to him. If you made it this far, be sure to hit that like button, share this content, and subscribe if you listen to the show this far. Appreciate y'all. Shepherd, Texas. Yeah. remember, you're listening to nothing but the best. Salute.
They're really tough and they're really rough and nothing's working, but there's something inside of you that says, I just have to follow that because you don't know who you're going to